Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets got a big 3-2 win on the road in Philadelphia last night. With the victory, the Blue Jackets are currently second in the Metropolitan Division. They'll travel to Montreal and play the Canadiens tomorrow night. Coverage on the Fan starts at 6:30. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Orlando Magic 136-131 yesterday. They'll have a quick turnaround and play the Miami Heat tonight. And finally, baseball fans can rejoice because opening day is here. Just one game tonight between the Giants and the Yankees at 8 o'clock. You can stream that one on Netflix. The Guardians and Reds will start their seasons tomorrow. This update is sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Request your free roof or exterior assessment today at RamosRoofingOhio.com. Ramos Roofing, reliable, local, and built right. Breaking sports news when it happens on the Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Breakfast time!
Hello, welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. Can I take your order?
Just want a little breakfast.
Hey, you want some crabs? Because I got some of them.
Get ready to drive through the intersection of football, food, and fun. Come on, Joe! Featuring producer Dylan.
Who are the 5 best rappers of all time?
Special guests.
You serious?
And you. Wake up.
For what?
It's time for T-Bone and Tyvis.
Good morning. Happy Wednesday to you. Good morning, go to hell, as we like to say here. I'm T-Bone. He's Tyvis. Tyvis, what's up? How you been, buddy?
I'm doing okay.
You sounded uncertain there.
I'm doing.
I'm doing okay.
I'm doing okay.
Barely hanging on, living the dream.
I got robbed for the Tesla yesterday.
What do you mean you got robbed from the Tesla? What does that mean?
So I had to go pick up Cardell from the airport.
For those who don't know, you drive Cardell Jones's Tesla as if it's your own car. He loans it to you all the time.
Yeah, I mean
that's not normal.
Don't you loan your father your car sometimes?
The last time my dad asked to borrow my car, I was probably in high school. I don't think my dad has used my car since I've been an adult.
I gave him his life. The least he could do is let me use his vehicle.
Yeah, right, because you're his dad. Okay, sure.
Anyway,
yes.
So I had to pick him up, and then he took the car from me yesterday. So. Yeah.
What do you mean? No, he took his car back?
Yeah.
That is his, that he pays the note on?
Shame on him.
Shame on him for paying his car note and actually getting to drive his car. What a crazy idea.
By the way, did you ask him what you said you would ask him?
Yeah. He said that's fine. But
okay.
I don't know why you want to do that anyway. I really don't. Just sitting there just listening to him, I was disgusted. Just listening to him talk. It disgusts me.
I think it's the fact that, so can we just tell people?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
We're confirming tomorrow or Friday?
Tomorrow, I thought it was.
I thought I said Friday.
What difference?
I told you to ask him for Friday.
You said Thursday.
I said Reimer Thursday.
You didn't say anything.
Friday.
No, you did not.
Yeah, actually, he did.
Read the transcript.
All right. Anyway, apparently we're having
only day on there says Thursday.
Oh, maybe that's it.
Maybe I'm illiterate.
Oh, well, either way, Cardell Jones, 12 gauge. What is his official title there with the Columbus Aviators? Is he brand ambassador for the Columbus Aviators, I believe? Anyway,
he's an usher. Red coat.
That Usher had some bangers. Let me tell you, I loved Usher. He was good. Is he still doing things? Is Usher around? I don't know.
Man.
Anyway, yeah, so that Cardell Jones will join us tomorrow. We will talk a little Aviators football as their season gets underway, right? This weekend is the inaugural game for the Aviators.
I believe he said he's going.
Okay.
I think they're away.
Yeah, they're not here.
He's going.
I think the inaugural home game is next weekend at historic Crew Stadium.
Correct.
But yes, there we go.
By the way, T-Bone, per usual, when I argue with Tyvis about what was said in the group chat, I'm wrong and he's right.
That sounds about right. Usually Tyvis gets things right. His memory is pretty good, so I should have sided with him from the get-go. I was out yesterday, as you may have heard if you were listening. So Monday afternoon, this was not sprung on us. I took the day off because my sister-in-law and her girlfriend, then fiance, now wife, got married. Now you might say Monday, weird time for a wedding. Well, they did it at the courthouse. They went down to the Franklin County Courthouse.
I know all about that.
See, I've never done that before. Is that what you did?
Yes, I did. It was
Okay.
COVID though. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
He was supposed to do it inside the courthouse, but it was such a nice day. They let us go outside, and we did it outside.
Oh, because it was COVID.
Correct.
Got to stay outside.
Correct.
Keep your social distance, of course. Well, we went up to they do it in like a judge's like quarters, like a judge, the chamber, the judges, counsel in my chambers. That's where we were, was in the judge's office. And so they had the ceremony there. It was very nice, but they're both, Katie and Anya are no nonsense type of people who they're not like big, let's have a gigantic wedding and let's have 8 million people show up. Like, that's not their thing. We were taking pictures for them as they were doing this, because they have a little backdrop you can stand in front of and get some wedding photos. And Katie, who is my wife's sister, she's literally like, can you stop now? Like, I'm done. I don't want 8 million pictures. And it's like, it's your wedding. We're just trying to, and she's like, I'm good. And I respect that, because I was actually nudging my kids, as I have 3 girls. Dad's on the hook for a lot of weddings coming up. And I'm like, listen,
if y'all want to do
this costs $28. Yeah, so I'm just saying, let's just think about this.
I want to say mine was 70. Best $70 ever.
I'm just saying.
Get it. Boom. Wipe your hands. Yeah. We done.
So on Monday, we that happened. We went to the gay wedding at the county courthouse, and then we left from there, because that's what it is, gay wedding. Shout out to gay people. Yay. Good job. Way to go, LGBTQs. I'm with you. I support. I'm an ally. I'm there with you. But we went to the wedding. We had that. Well, that's, they had my big fat Greek wedding. That was the movie. Remember that?
Yeah.
This was like not as big, but it was still fun, and it was awesome. So we had a good time there. Then we had about 3 hours before dinner, because they had got reservations. We went out to a restaurant to celebrate the wedding, right?
Yes.
And so my father-in-law is there, my wife's father, and then Anya's parents are there too. They flew in from Seattle. Lovely people. And so we're just, we're hanging out. And the women's basketball game is on. And it dawns on me, Anya went to Notre Dame.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom and dad, big Notre Dame fans. Dad, I believe, went to Notre Dame. Mom is from Ireland. So if you want to talk about the fighting Irish, I mean, she's literally Irish. And then,
she's the logo.
So
yes.
So what about Katie and Anya? What are...
Well, Katie's an Ohio State fan through and through.
Okay.
Anya goes to a lot of Ohio State women's basketball games. They go together. They root for Ohio State women's basketball. However, Anya's loyalties when it comes to Notre Dame are unquestioned.
It sounds like she's in a conundrum.
Well, it sounds like the marriage was initially hit with a gigantic test.
Yes.
Because we're watching it with Notre Dame fans, and Ohio State got up big early, if you saw the game.
11-0.
We were just a little bit like, yep, this was going to happen. There you go. And they were like, I don't know if we can keep up with Ohio State. And then we're watching the game. It gets to halftime. It's a little itchy. Then we go to dinner. It's getting the third quarter. It's still bad. And suddenly we're sitting there at dinner with the phones out, and we're down 15. And I'm like, you got to be kidding me. They lost this game.
And did you scream fire everybody?
I'd said this. If you were going to try to keep your job, I would not want to have the last 12 months that Kevin McGuff just had. I'll put it that way, right? Where you missed it. You did this last year. You did this the year before, by the way. 3 straight years for Kevin McGuff, where that team hosted the NCAA tournament at their place, which you get to do if you're a top 4 seed, which I don't know if you do the math on that, but top 4 seed, 4 regions times 4 is 16 teams.
Yes.
So that... by the odds, would usually work out that you would be one of the Sweet 16 teams. It's set up for you to be successful. 3 straight years, they have not got the job done in that round of 32 game. And so now, yet again, they find themselves out, coupled with the fact that the man couldn't recite the alphabet or numbers when he got arrested last year in his own driveway when he had the DUI. I'm just saying, that's whether that's savory, and I know he's, worked through some personal issues with that, all that stuff being said, but how can I deny the fact that, that is not a way that you would think you would keep your job, usually? So I'm just saying, I like Kevin as a person, as a human. I think he's a good man, all that stuff. But that cannot taint what I have to say about the program and what I have to say about the state of how this is going. It's not good. And then, honestly, at that point, if I'm Ross Bjork, I have to have standards. And I have to say, this is not acceptable with the roster you have, with the resources you have, to not make the Sweet 16 3 straight years. That feels stagnant. Now, what they will do at Ohio State is a whole nother kettle of worms. But I want to talk about something else happier. Because you know what else I did yesterday?
What's that?
Today.
Eat food.
Dude, today is Pizza Madness Finals.
Are we getting salads?
No, we're not getting salads. We're getting pizza. Today at 4 o'clock, you and I are going to jump on with Common Man and Timmy.
He should get us, we should have pizza and salad. It goes hand in hand.
You can bring whatever salad you want. I'm not bringing salad.
Will you eat it with me?
Salad? Sure. How much? Take a bite? Yeah. A palate cleanser in between the two pizzas. So yeah, we have Pizza Madness. The final is coming up today at 4 o'clock is when we're going to be back on with Common Man and Timmy. So the final bracket, the final matchup, all brought to you by Billiards Plus. Pizza House versus Adriatico's. I presume we are going to have pizza to eat when we get there this afternoon.
I want Common Man and Timmy to know that the only way I'll participate is after we eat the pizza, we do burpees.
Well, and then after that, what happens?
Farties.
That's right. Thank you.
We should put it on the T-shirt.
Burpees and farties. Hey, you know what? They're always bugging us for T-shirt ideas. Let's do it.
Put on the front, burpees.
That's
on
our
the back,
show.
farties.
You do the burpees, I do the farties. That's welcome to T-Bone and Tyvis. There you go. But no, so that's this coming up at 4. We're going to join Common Man and Timmy. We'll do a big decision on who wins this thing. Obviously, we'll look at the voting. We're going to do our own taste test. We're going to do all the above. So that's
Pizza
coming up
House
today.
versus Adriatico.
Yes.
Well,
I'm very excited.
I know where Dylan's going.
Dylan is not a fan of Pizza House.
And I had Adriatico's again for the first time in like 15 years.
And how did it hold up?
It as good as I remember.
Okay, so there you go. There's Dylan's vote. No secret there. But I will tell you, like
Dylan's a hater.
Well, I went
such a hater.
I'm not saying Pizza House is trash. It's just not in the realm of Adriatico's or some of the other pizza places that beat out.
I went in the spirit of Pizza Madness. I went and saw, I love Ninja Turtles too.
Yeah.
The Secret of the Ooze. I'm wearing my Ninja Turtles hat today.
You going?
I went.
Oh, you
yesterday.
did.
And I had thoughts. I went to a matinee.
Nice.
I had pizza because that movie is very pizza forward. If you're not aware,
They got pizza in the movie theater.
Oh yeah, they got pizza in the movie theater.
Since when?
Since they got pizza in the movie theater,
pizza.
For a while,
you can
Tyus.
order pizza. You can order wings.
What
You
kind
can
of
order
pizza?
hamburger, like just a little circular pizza. But it's pizza.
Donato's?
No, it was like their own in-house. It was fine. It wasn't. I would not nominate it for Pizza Madness. I'll just put it that way. I wish it was Donato's. I would have loved that. But I'm gonna tell you, I have a life lesson for you from Ninja Turtles 2. Okay, you ready for this? Very simple. Very simple. The first Ninja Turtles movie, when it came out, they tried, because Ninja Turtles was a comic book, and then it was like a cartoon.
Yeah.
And that first movie, they tried to make it like dark and violent and kind of evil and kind of like, ooh, this is the gritty underground of the New York gangster scene, right? There's these troubled youths, and Raphael gets hurt and he's in a bathtub and he's barely alive, and they're having they're literally sitting there crying about it. Like the turtles are having emotions, right? Then they did that and they were like, you know what? We realized something. This is dudes in rubber suits kicking each other for 12-year-olds. That's what this is. So the second movie, they did away with all of that and they just made it goofy and fun, and Vanilla Ice got involved. And what I'm saying is the life lesson there, be you. Don't try to be something you're not. Ninja Turtles 2, they figured out we're just for kids. We are a movie that is pizza-centric, goofy Michelangelo quips, and some good action. That's all we're doing. We're not trying to get existential crisis with Raph and what are the turtles real. No, they just went with like some silly storyline. They have a rat puppet, for crying out loud, in the whole movie. Just saying, it's a good lesson in life. Be who you are. Don't try to be something you're not. Somehow that all ties in.
T-Bone the philosopher.
That's right.
This ain't even T-Bone. This is Jonathan Smith.
Oh, that's right. That's exactly right.
What's your middle name?
Dean.
Yes.
Yeah,
that's
in
who
honor,
we're
of
talking to.
in honor of the Dean Dome.
Listen,
No, it's
I
not
didn't know
really.
your name
Good
was
job.
Dean Smith.
Look,
It
good
is.
job.
Yeah.
Poetry.
Hey, you know who's being themselves right now? The Columbus Blue Jackets. They're a playoff team, baby, right now. We'll talk about them next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning and welcome to your Wednesday. We do have a crash over towards Grandview Heights this morning. The left lane is blocked on that 670 eastbound direction just as you're passing that 70 intersection out there. We also have a disabled vehicle on the east side just northwest of Bryce. It's on that 270 northbound ramp 270 in that eastbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Hey folks, it's Austin Ward here.
And it's Berm from the Austin Berm Show.
Berm and I have both done Awaken 180, which honestly should tell people something right there.
Right. It tells you that if it can work for you and me, it can work for anybody.
Because neither one of us has exactly been out here living or were living like a fitness influencer.
No, not unless you count fitness fast food tacos in my mouth.
You treated fast food like it was a love language.
I loved it and I still do.
And look, that's fair, but that's also why Awaken 180 works for people listening right now. You don't have to be perfect. You don't even have to know what you're doing.
No, what you need is a plan. You need someone to help bring you along, and Awaken 180 does that. They tell you what to eat, when to eat, and how to make it fit your life.
I lost 50 pounds with Awaken 180, then another 5 in free maintenance.
For me, it was 35. I'm in maintenance, and I'm under 200 pounds for the first time in 25 years.
This isn't just for some tiny group of people who already have it all figured out.
Nope, it works for real people with busy lives who are on the go just like us.
You know, if you're just tired of carrying that weight around, do what we did. It sounds like a lot of people out there can do exactly what Awaken 180 did for us.
Yeah, go to awaken180weightloss.com now.
BMI Federal Credit Union is celebrating their 90th anniversary. As a thank you, they will be celebrating with monthly sweepstakes where 90 winners will win big. Visit bmifcu.org/90 years for more details.
It's 2026, the year you achieve your health goals. The Good Feet store wants to help. Trade in your bad feet for good feet. We want to help you walk, run, exercise, and play in comfort this year. Visit the Good Feet store on Polaris Parkway near the Polaris Mall or on Stringtown Road at Grove City.
Take your shot to save at Great Lakes Hyundai in Columbus or Dublin. Make a basket for extra savings on top of big shot deals on every model from Elantra to Palisade. Go now, Dublin or Columbus or glakeshyundai.com. See dealer for details, ends 3/31.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this, windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Accountability in elections isn't partisan, and in Ohio, Republican and Democrat teams work together to create confidence in every election result. Ohio's elections are accurate, accountable, and accessible, always. So make your plan to vote at voteohio.gov.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
The ONN Daily Podcast. Get a recap of all the day's news from across the state. The ONN Daily Podcast. Listen at onnradio.com or wherever you download your favorite podcasts from the Ohio News Network. Last year, Eric Reeser and T-Bone staged the first annual Fan 5K. People had a good time and no one died. So we decided to do it all again. It all goes down Saturday, June 20th in Otterbein.
Presented by the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center.
Will Reeser's muscular calves explode? Will T-Bone's beard choke him while running? More importantly, will Tyvis, Common Man, and Timmy make total fools of themselves? Maybe. Magic 8 Ball says signs point to yes. Register today at 971therace.com. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Overcast skies to start with temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s. Then this afternoon, a nice mix of sun and clouds with highs in the mid-60s. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 50s. And then for Thursday, an isolated chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly sunny, warm and windy with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For the Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Catch the latest from the world of Ohio State athletics. Weeknights at 6 on the Buckeye Show. New special guests in everything scarlet and gray, the Fan. In terms of the Waffle House menu, Tyvis covered and smothered his opponents. Meanwhile, T-Bone is a chunk of hash who's often covered in gravy. I'm not sure what that means either. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
We have Columbus Blue Jackets tickets to give away for you. To you? We're giving them to you, but they're also for you, like a gift for you. Anyway, Jackets taking on Carolina March 31st at Nationwide Arena. You can also learn how you could join the Jackets on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Montreal. Details at 971thefan.com. We will give those tickets away in the 7 o'clock hour. And Tyvis, I'm giving you the sheet. So now it's your job to determine when we give those away, because I am stupid and I may forget. Also, have we confirmed our Jackets guest today?
We have.
Okay. Who are we talking to at 8:30?
Don Wedell.
Oh, the general manager.
The Don.
The architect.
I think we start the campaign for Executive of the Year right now.
Well, I don't know how you couldn't have the Jackets in a consideration for a lot of these awards, because last night, if you didn't see it, Jackets won 3-2 in Philly. Oh, you know it. Yeah, let's go. Now, I don't fire the cannon. You know what? Maybe they do. I've never been
working there.
I've never been in the arena. Yeah, maybe is that what Dylan Tyre does? He just runs down and lights the cannon, and boom! It's just no one else is in there, but he just fired his own cannon. Sure, why not? That sounds great. Anyway, Jackets, that first period, I said, because they were not skating the way that the Jackets have been playing in this stretch of games that they've had. They didn't look like themselves. They looked a little bit like they did in that Islanders game on Sunday, which was, the 3rd and 4, back-to-back, tough opponent, but still not ideal, right, for the Jackets, to play like that through 3 periods. They also got goalied in New York. That's fine. But then the first period of this game last night, I'm like, kind of looking like that leaked over into the next game. And then they picked it up. And then they got back into it and got the job done. They won 3-2. However you have to win, the Jackets now have almost a 90% chance of making the playoffs, according to moneypuck.com. So
they have 11 games left of the regular season.
Do you know what's crazy is we have basically been saying with this Jackets team, they have to maintain a pace to get to 100 points. Like the amount of 100-point seasons the Jackets have had in their history, is it one? I think it might be one.
Rhymes with hero.
Right. It's either one or hero, I'm pretty sure, but we'll double check that. My point is, if you have a 100-point season, it will be one of the greatest seasons in Jackets history. And they are still, as much as now things are good for them, they're not out of the woods yet. They still have to keep winning. They still have to keep this pace up. But right now, if the playoffs started today, they would be the 2 seed in the Metro.
Ain't that crazy?
They would host a playoff series like that. They would have home ice advantage.
I remember a time where they were dead last. We were at the bottom of the Metro.
The bottom of the bottom.
And not last year, not 2 years ago. 2 months ago.
January.
3 months ago.
Yeah, they were in January. This is where this team was.
By the way, they had 108 in the 16-17 season. That's the only time they've had.
Okay. I thought they had 1. So there we go. So they had a 100-point season one other time, and that was a pretty great season for them. Now you're talking about a season where, as it currently sits, the Jackets have 87 points with 11 games remaining. So the pace is awesome. The fact that last night you also got help. The Penguins lost. The Islanders lost. The Bruins lost. The Detroit Red Wings lost. They are almost done now. They have a 40% chance of making the playoffs. Did have a 60 or 70% chance just a few days ago.
None of that.
You finally got the help you need is what I'm saying. When you had a win and then everybody else didn't also go win, they all lost yesterday. So a big night for the Jackets in that regard.
But it also doesn't matter. They now just control their own destiny.
Yes.
If they just keep winning, everybody else can keep winning too. It doesn't matter.
Isn't this what we've been asking for with this team this season, where it's like, gosh, couldn't they just get some help with they're playing so awesome and they've done everything they can? I'm trying to find the actual record because I have a million tweets that I went through last night and saved, but they ended up their current record since Rick Bowness took over 19-3-4.
That's ridiculous.
19 wins, 3 losses in regulation, 4 overtime or shootout losses.
Kind of makes you wonder what would have happened if he started the season as
well. Dylan, you were saying that Don Wedell should be up for like front office, general manager, executive of the year.
Yes.
The Jack Adams has to be at least. I'm sure Bones won't win it because they'll have some BS thing about you got to be the coach the entire year. But I don't know, man. Is it easier when like you had the whole offseason to implement your plans? You had the entirety of all of that, training camp, everything to get everybody involved in what you want to do. And then you start the season off implementing that plan. And then you get to make those changes over the course of 82 games. Is that harder to do? Or is it harder to come in cold off the fishing boat like he did down in Florida, enjoying retirement? He walks in the door, kicks it in and says, boys, let's have some fun. And they win 19 games since he joined? That has to get you consideration for Coach of the Year. Isn't that even what the award's supposed to be about, is excellence in coaching? How can you deny that this team clearly has benefited from Rick Bowness? And it has to be in part because of what he's done in that room, encouraging guys in the right ways. That's Coach of the Year material to me. So I'm sure he won't win it because the NHL hates the Blue Jackets, but and they got dumb rules about you have to be the coach the entire year. That's in my mind. If you come in and do this kind of turnaround, cold off the fishing boat, you should be considered.
By the way, people were disappointed last year when they didn't make the playoffs, and that team was all offense. They had the most goals scored in franchise history.
Right.
This team's 5-on-5 defense the past month,
dude.
It's
unreal.
What playoff hockey is all about.
Yes.
And it went from, can this team sneak into the playoffs to my scrotum's starting to hurt a little bit.
Well,
we might be getting
Tyvis. We made this bet. Wasn't it when Bones got hired? Wasn't it when Bones got hired is when Common Man and Timmy and Panama Ted all said they would do it. And then in solidarity, the morning show said, we'll do it too. If they win the Stanley Cup,
stayed out of it.
We will get our scrotum spears.
Stayed out of it.
I'm going to Google right now. Let's see. Can I? I'm
the tweet of all
hang on.
Of all the Pierce.
Don't send it again. I don't need to see the graphic again. All right. I just want this. This is going on my work computer, but I want this on the air. This is for work purposes. Fish, if you're listening, work purposes. I'm Googling right now best places to get a scrotum piercing
There's no way.
in Columbus, Ohio. I think I need to.
You're going to hit the firewall.
No.
Oh, you're in?
Well, you know what? This, according to the AI, because now Google runs everything. For reputable genital piercings in Columbus, Ohio, Pierceology is highly recommended for their extensive experience, safety protocols, and long-standing reputation. I hope it's long-standing. Let me just put it that way. It also says Evolved is another place you could go. So, all right.
We said win the Stanley Cup.
Yes. Win the Stanley Cup.
Okay.
There has to be a float with the cup. And I hope, God, if we get our scrotums pierced, I hope we get to take a sip, is all I'm saying. I hope they let us take a sip out of the trophy. Because if I go through if this team wins, that's great. And I'm not trying to stolen valor that. But if we get a scrotal piercing, I think we should at least get a chance to have the cup.
You going to rock the piercing?
What do you mean, rocket?
You gonna
hang it all, leave it hanging out? What do you mean?
I don't know. If you get the piercing, are you
keeping it in?
Yeah, are you gonna use it?
You ever seen Buck with his pants down?
No. No. I am not going to do that. I will rock it in the way that it will stay in its place. I'll leave it in for a day. I'll get it pierced. I'll leave it in for 24 full hours, and then off it goes. Back to never be seen again. And then burn the ring, I guess, or whatever. Are we getting rings? Are we getting studs? I don't know what we do.
We never really went into
You know what?
Blue Jackets championship rings on our screen.
I like it. That's great. You know what? Let's call the guy who did Ryan Day's nipple piercings and ask him how we get it done. 2 minutes away, college basketball is doing something annoying, and they probably won't stop anytime soon. Details next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Another reminder for drivers over on the east side. We are seeing lane closures happening right now, affecting that 270 southbound ramp to 70 eastbound. That project will be lasting until Thursday as well, so keep that in mind. They are on scene 6 a.m. to 12 noon this afternoon. And here's the update here. Later on, crews will be back in this exact same area making more repairs. That's happening from 9 to 9 until 6 tomorrow morning. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
President Trump has shown you are safer when strong leaders stand with law enforcement. That's why, as governor, Vivek Ramaswamy will partner with police to uphold our laws, keep dangerous criminals behind bars, and protect your family. Law enforcement knows Vivek has their back. That's why 65 Ohio sheriffs endorsed him, including Sheriff Stephen Lavorchek.
Safe streets don't just happen. They happen when criminals know tough leaders are in charge. Ohio law enforcement supports Vivek Ramaswamy because, like President Trump, Vivek supports us. Vivek will empower police to arrest violent criminals quickly and decisively, putting trained resource officers in every school and restoring law and order statewide, so our families feel secure in our homes and communities. Vivek's proudly endorsed by President Trump and Ohio law enforcement. Join us in supporting Vivek Ramaswamy.
Lower costs, bigger paychecks, better schools. Vivek Ramaswamy for governor.
Paid for by Vivek Ramaswamy and Rob McCauley for Ohio.
Mike Rowe here with a random fact. More than half of the homes that have basements in North America will experience water damage. It's true. Whether it's basement moisture, flooding, or bowing walls, do yourself a favor and call a groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys. They're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to waterproof your basement and stabilize your walls. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
An encyclopedic knowledge of sports and other random things you may or may not care about.
I think I found my mentor.
Rockman and Ice.
Weekdays from noon to 3.
The Fan. No, I've never heard of the band on T-Bone's shirt either. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
If you know a good piercing place, let us know. Apparently, I wouldn't want to. Let me tell you, if I'm an NHL team getting ready to make the playoffs, and I know I got to win 4 at Nationwide Arena against this team, the way they play 5-on-5 hockey right now, Tyvis, they haven't had a game in the last 5 games. They haven't had a game. I don't know if I said that right. The Jackets in the last 5 games have not let their goaltender see more than 30 shots in any of the last 5 games. It's
ridiculous.
That is the way you win hockey games.
I think yesterday it was like 26, but a lot of those was at the end of the game when Philly pulled their goalie down too, and they ended up getting one.
Yes, but still,
like I said, the 5-on-5 defense is where it's been at.
Oh, that's what I mean, right? Like they are playing unreal, and I'm sorry, I'm not Mr. Corsi. I don't have all the percentages of everything. I'm not an analytics guy, so if you want that is fine. You can get it elsewhere. What I'm telling you is simple stats to me, like shots on goal. That helps. And if your goalie is always facing 35, 38 of those, that's just not a recipe for success unless you have like an all-time elite goalie. Jack Greaves is good. I'm just pointing out that you shouldn't put your goalie in that situation. Playing great sound defense, scoring timely goals, getting them from all over the ice too. By the way,
what's the hockey team that had the scandal where the wife whistle blew the whole
allegedly that was Ottawa. Who, I mean, by the way, don't look now, they hold the final playoff spot as of right now. Does Ottawa? So they're
praying for a road trip.
Well,
you stop. You got to stop.
Were they in? They were in, I believe, wasn't it Ottawa that was in Detroit last night? So there you go. They were on the road. They played well.
Y'all out of luck. All right.
God, the Red Wings. If they, this is not for nothing. Like, who cares, right? It's the Red Wings. Let them all be mad up there in Detroit. But, God, if that franchise misses the playoffs again, how long have they been rebuilding up in Detroit? 1 million years? I'm starting to get to the point where, as a Jackets fan, it's not over. There's 11 games left. You have 87 points. The Penguins have 86. They are third in the Metro. You're second. The Bruins have 86. They're first team in the wild card. Ottawa with 85 is second team in the wild card. Clearly, you are not out of the woods here. But if you can win 5 to 6 more games, nobody can catch you, is what it feels like, right? I mean, not mathematically, because all those teams could win all their games. I'm just saying the way these teams are playing right now, Jackets have to feel pretty good. They have to keep it going, though, because it does not get any easier. The team you're playing tomorrow night, Montreal, guess where they are?
Do we really?
Third in the Atlantic. They are fighting for their playoff lives too. They are only 3 points ahead of the final wild card spot. So they have a bad week. They could be the ones on the outside looking in.
Do we really got to do the Pearson thing?
They have to win the Stanley Cup.
I'm saying if they won the cup, do we really got to?
I would gladly do it. Sign me up.
Dylan,
Numb me or unnumb. I don't care. I'm doing it. Yes, we have to do it.
Does your word matter?
Yeah,
Tyvis?
that's
the question.
Yeah, do you go back on promises? Is that what you do? Are you someone who just,
is this the kind of example that you want to set for tsunami? That's the question I asked.
Yeah, little tsunami. That's right.
Tsunami won't even be here to know.
Yes, he will. I don't know if you know when the Stanley Cup
happens. When is the Stanley Cup?
Mid-June. So, oh yeah, he's gonna be. He'll be arrived.
I'll be busy though.
What do you mean? Well, that's fine. You can be there rearing your child, and then as soon as the Jackets win the Stanley Cup, which maybe will happen now, you have to go with us. You just say, "Hey, Lauren, tsunami, please excuse. I got to go take care of some business." It takes. What, 20 minutes, if that?
20 minutes?
Maybe 5? I don't know. It can't take that long. It's just putting a needle through there, and then you're done.
Do you think? So you're telling me there's people walking around in life with a pierced sack?
Pierced everything. Yeah, I mean, everyone's getting pierces down there. I'm just saying, people get piercings.
I need to know the people that got the pierce, did they get numbed?
Tyvis, as I've heard comedians say over the years, women be shopping, people be piercing, is what I'm telling you. People are getting pierced all the time.
No, they're to the point where it's not about can they make the playoffs now. It's can they get home ice advantage in the first round.
That's what I'm saying is if you keep it up and their pace right now, since Bones got hired, 19-3-4, right? Is that it? 19-3? I think that's what we said. 19-3-4, I believe is the right number. Anyway, yeah, that. That's an unbelievable pace. But if you can, I think that their last 10, they're 6-1-3. I gotta go do. See, I'm just going off of memory here, and that's bad. The point is, they to get to 100 points now, they need, according to Mark Scheig from the Blue from Hockey Writers, they need to go 6-4-1 or better to achieve 100 points. Does 6-4-1 sound doable for this team?
Yeah.
Yeah. Right? So any combination therein of if they get 2 more overtime losses, but they get 1 fewer win, then okay, fine. That still works. Any combination of that, 6-4-1 or better gets them 100 points, and I think that gets them in the playoffs. So, yeah, they are in the 88% range, according to Money Puck this morning, as of right now. So, yeah, beautiful stuff. Beautiful place to be. So, huge ratings for round 2 of the NCAA tournament. I know yesterday you guys talked about the round 1 ratings that came out, which were also massive. Round 2, 19 million people watched the Sunday early evening primetime window.
Mm.
Now, that would be the St. John's versus Kansas game, which went right down to the wire. It was a banger of a game.
Yeah. St. John's took it to them early.
Yeah, they did. Ooh. Yeah, and then Kansas came back.
I thought they was going to run them out of the gym.
Yep. And then you had Tennessee versus Virginia, and then Iowa versus Florida, which also Iowa versus Florida, last-second shot to win the game.
Mm.
However, all those games started after 5 p.m. Eastern. And I don't know if you saw this, but on Saturday and Sunday of the tournament, this happens about every year. What they do for the round of 32 is they will put a game at noon and then a game at 2. And then at 5, they will put 3 games within an hour start of each other.
Okay.
And the question's always been, why don't they put a game at noon and a game at 1 and a game at 2 and stagger it out a little bit even? Mm-hmm. So all the games tend to be backloaded to the second half of the day. They're all in the evening, and they're competing against each other. And I've seen this all over social media. Why do they do this? This is why. They had nearly 20 million people watching those 3 games. It's the most they've ever done in that round of the tournament.
They know what they're doing.
It's the TV executives. They know that more people are going to be out living their lives on a Sunday from 1 to 5 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
or,
true.
They know that that's when more people are busy with family, kids stuff, just life in general, living their, enjoying themselves.
Mm-hmm.
They may not be just hunkered down in front of the TV like you and I are, or like diehard college basketball fans are, watching all these games. So it sucks because I would rather them do the staggered start. But if you've wondered why do they do that, this is why.
I understand that to an extent. They're smarter than I am, but still, I would rather see them do 2 games at noon than have one tip off at 9:45.
No, I am with you.
I feel that.
I am with you. I agree with you. I would rather them start at 9 a.m. because that works better for my schedule. I'm just saying, listen, they're not going to change this because it works. It's the same thing we say with Big Noon. Big Noon, I agree with you. I'd rather see night games at the Shoe. Fox paid a lot of money for it. This is their strategy. And They like the results they're getting. Turner and CBS and everybody involved likes the results they're getting by putting these games on after 5 p.m. Eastern. So just be aware that's not changing, unfortunately.
Find a window and dominate it.
Yeah, that's what they're doing. All right, when we come back, I'm going to read a sports headline to you, and that headline is going to generate more questions than answers. And I need all of you to try to help me understand what the hell is going on with this sports headline. I will read it to you when we come back. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
So far, 2 crashes to report on your roads this morning. The first one's going to be on the west side. It's 670 eastbound, just passing 70, where that left lane is blocked. Looking at about 14 miles per hour for speed, so keep that in mind and just be safe out there. We also have a crash on the opposite side. It's on the east side, 70 westbound, just passing Hamilton Road. As you're really heading towards that 70 and 33 intersection, that left lane also blocked out there. Traffic really building even towards that 70 and 270 intersection. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Sex, intimacy, love. These 3 things are critical to a good relationship, and that's the problem with erectile dysfunction. It often destroys sexual enjoyment and intimacy. It stresses the love between partners, often to the breaking point. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health, and if you're suffering with ED, you likely know exactly what I'm talking about. But I also want you to know that ED doesn't have to impact your relationship anymore. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're ED experts, with our focus on men's sexual health. We've treated tens of thousands of men and have treatments that are effective in well over 90% of cases. I promise you, if you're like most guys, you can get your sex life back, perhaps even performing like you haven't in years. So if ED is affecting you, it's time to get back to better sex, better intimacy, and deeper love. Call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love, with no artificial sweeteners, only 30 calories, just 5 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. That great Pepsi taste with even more to love. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
As the old saying goes, size matters.
At Morgan & Morgan, we have over 1,000 lawyers and nearly 6,000 people on staff.
But at the core, this is and always has been a family business.
Our family watching out for your family.
Call us or email us 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, even on a Saturday or a Sunday.
And if you ever have a problem, call our mom.
Morgan & Morgan.
For the people and your family.
Injured? Dial pound law.
Morgan & Morgan, Ohio office located at 600 Vine Street, Cincinnati. Prior results do not guarantee a similar outcome.
Forget the pot of gold. Save some green at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% plus no payments for 90 days on select new Kia Sorrentos, Sportages, and Tellurides. Or buy a new 2026 Kia K4 for $279 a month. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
0% APR available for 48 months on select in-stock units. 90-day deferred payments. 5 for $279 per month for 84 months at 5.99% APR with approved credit through Kia Finance. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
Head to Capitol Ford in Whitehall and drive home a brand new F-150, Explorer, Bronco, or Mustang today. Don't wait for Uncle Sam to decide how you spend your tax refund. Spend it on a built Ford tough ride you've been dreaming about. Get to Capitol Ford at Columbus in Whitehall or visit CapitolFordAtColumbus.com today.
Bo Bishop here. Ready to hit the road and make some memories? Then get to RCD RV, Central Ohio's go-to destination for the best deals, unbeatable service, and adventure-ready RVs. Start your journey today at any of their 3 Central Ohio locations or visit online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Remember what sunshine feels like? Windows open, birds chirping, everything looking fresh and new? Spring is closer than you think, and so are those home projects on your to-do list. Maybe winter left its mark, a small leak that's getting bigger, shingles that didn't survive the snowstorms, or siding that's clearly seen better days. Whatever your home is facing, our team of professionals at Newman Roofing are here to help. For more than 34 years, Newman Roofing has been helping homeowners protect what matters most. From your first phone call, you'll notice the difference. Passionate and committed people who care about doing the job right. And with over 1,000 5-star Google reviews, you don't have to take our word for it. If your roof, siding, or gutters need attention, call the family company you can trust, Newman Roofing. Call Newman Roofing today at 614-NEW-ROOF or visit online at newmanroofing.com. Don't just get a new roof this spring. Get a Newman roof.
Can't get enough of your favorite fan content? Good news. We're on all the digitals. Follow 971 The Fan on X, Facebook, YouTube, The Talk, and Gram. Your digital home for endless shenanigans. The Fan.
The Fan Guest Hotline is sponsored by Weston Air Heating and Cooling and Bryant, doing whatever it takes to keep you and your home comfortable. The Fan.
2 men, 1 appendix. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
Well, it is the time of year where your heat, your AC could be running because one day it's in the 70s, the next day it's in the 30s, and then every day in between it just fluctuates. And you know what? Those temperature variations inside your house can be made worse if you have windows with bad insulation. That's why you get new windows from Window Nation. They have a tremendous deal going on for you right now. They can get brand new windows put in your house that are obviously going to have the economic features you want, right? The stuff is going to keep that air warm or cold inside your house, the way you're keeping your house cool or hot. They want to help that happen for you with their better insulation in their windows. But right now, they've got some great deals for you. Right now, the more you buy, the more savings you get from Window Nation, up to 50% off all window styles. Plus, be sure to ask about Window Nation's financing options, including $0 down and payments as little as $199 a month. And again, these are not for builder grade windows. These are for custom windows, high quality windows from Window Nation that come with a guarantee and, of course, 50-point inspection before they ever leave the factory. So get that with the great deals, the great financing. They even have 0% interest for 60 months. You can get all that now from Window Nation. So check them out today. Get your estimate. WindowNation.com to schedule that fast free estimate. Again, that's WindowNation.com. Tyvis, how did TV go over there at 10 TV?
Went well.
You pop in there at 5:45 and 5:42.
Yes.
And 6:42 every single day.
5:45, 6:42.
All right. Well, for people who are, not aware of this, every day Tyvis goes and does a hit over on 10 TV.
Every day.
You're also doing podcasts now 3 times a week over there on 10 TV.
The big picture.
On 10 Plus.
Yes.
Yes. So you can
pop in at 9:15 on there.
And you talk sports.
Talk sports for a good 5 minutes with Bryn and Colin.
There you go.
Did the people in TV land know that it was technically opening day for baseball today, or are they unaware just like everybody else?
They're probably underaware because it's not opening day for Cincinnati or
it's not opening day for 28 teams.
My point exactly.
What are they
it's
doing?
irrelevant. It's irrelevant.
Yeah,
nobody cares about the Yankees and the
Giants.
I'm sorry.
On Netflix.
Yeah, this is
at 8 p.m.
Okay, yeah. Sorry.
I thought that was a typo.
That's not opening
they really
day
are on Netflix.
Opening day for Major League Baseball has to be played under like a naturally lit sky.
Yes.
Not artificial lighting, not at night, not on Netflix. And I know, again, everything is, we were just talking about how they're going to put these college basketball games later in the evening on Saturdays and Sundays because even though they have time to put them early because they want the numbers, they're chasing money. Netflix is paying money for this type of thing to say, we get to start Major League Baseball's season. Yay, we have live sports. Great. So there you go. Tonight, Yankees Giants to start off the season on Netflix.
Guess who gets to host the last game tomorrow when everybody plays? Guess who got the last game of the day? Just take a guess.
Oh, is it the Guardians?
Come on now.
And they're not
Guess
hosting.
Who ain't going to watch?
They're not hosting.
No,
they're
in Seattle. Guess who's not going to watch a single second of it? This guy.
Most people, yeah. I mean, it's 10 o'clock at night. We got to do a morning show. We're not up at that time. But yeah, that just sucks. Starting out on the West Coast, that's just gross.
I feel like they do that a lot, the Guardians.
Yeah, because the weather in Ohio is typically not great at this time.
Well, put it in a dome. Let everybody play on carpet. You know what? Let's get the fake dirt.
But Cincinnati's playing there tomorrow at home.
That's another look.
Shout out to the Reds.
The Reds should
Andrew
be
Abbott on the bump.
We are your home of the Reds, by the way. We have Reds baseball here on the Fan family of stations. But the Reds, I'm just telling you, the Reds should be the ones opening up Major League Baseball every single year.
Amen.
And it should be at 1:10 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
Or it should be like the first game, no questions asked. They're the oldest franchise. It should start there. And then Guardians, I understand, not both Ohio teams starting out at home, but like, hey, how about we don't let the East Coast teams have opening day at 10 p.m. for them.
You're not asking.
Put the Guardians on the road, but put them somewhere that's in the Eastern time zone. How about that?
You're not asking the important questions.
What are the important questions?
Important question is, do I take Aaron Judge for a dinger tonight?
For your gambling? For your degeneracy?
By the way,
Stakes are low, so he'll probably hit a homer.
Yeah.
Dylan 18 of 19 yesterday.
Wait, say it again, Tyvis. What'd you do?
18 out of 19 again on the Cavs parlay. I needed James Harden to get one more rebound.
Tyvis,
one more
I'm
rebound.
going to tell you what I tell everyone when they have this story about missing these outrageous parlays by one leg.
The crazy thing
it
is
don't matter if you get one
it
leg
happens
right
to me too much.
or all but one leg right. You're still a loser.
Yeah.
You still wasted your money.
It happens to me way too often to be like having by one. Like
because
you
insist on betting $5 to win 500 when I've told you if you would just take the 18 the 18 leg parlay, what would you have won yesterday?
$288.
On what?
$5.
Okay. I'm saying if you cut that down from 18 leg parlay to 10.
That's boring.
Dylan, it's boring to just make money.
Because
he is apparently the amount of times Tyvis comes in and says, I had 18 out of 19 or 17 out of 18, and the one guy I missed on didn't get it by one shot or like one bucket or one rebound or one assist. And all I'm saying is if you just went with your 10 most confident ones, you obviously are pretty good at this. Just cut it down from 18 to 10. Go to the one that you're like, that's the most shaky. That one I don't like. Cut those out.
$5 only going to win you like $20.
No, it would win you like 70 or 80, I'm sure.
It depends what he's doing.
Okay, all right, fine. Either way, 5 into 20, you do that every day, guess what? You don't work here anymore. You don't work anywhere. You work wherever you want. You don't have to do anything. You can sleep in, Tyvis. I'm just telling you.
Here's what you should start doing, Tyvis, on these 10-plus leg parlays. You send me a screenshot of your parlay.
Yeah.
I'll give you better odds. You give me the $5. And then if it hits, I'll pay you.
Yeah, that's totally legal and not illegal to have your friend run your gambling bets. That's perfect. I think that works just fine. All right, help me out with this headline. This is from ESPN News Services. This came in yesterday morning. Quadruple amputee, cornhole player. Okay? Quadruple amputee, cornhole player, fatally shoots man, according to authorities.
What?
County Sheriff's Office in Maryland said Monday that a professional cornhole player who is also a quadruple amputee fatally shot a passenger in the front seat of a car he was driving during an argument. Dayton James Weber, 27 years old, arrested and charged as a fugitive from justice by police in Albemarle County, Virginia. I think that's how you say that. Apparently, what happened here, this guy, this is his story. Dayton James Weber was profiled by ESPN a couple years ago. He, as a baby, had an infection that turned into sepsis. And the doctors, to try to help save his life, had to amputate his arms and his legs. So he has like half of his arms, still there, like just above the elbows, kind of where those were amputated.
Okay.
And same thing with his legs, just below the knee or just above the knee is where those were amputated, right? So he has turned this into an inspirational story where he can grab a cornhole bag, like, by, what's left of his arms. He pinches those together and then he throws it. And he has become so good at that. He's a professional cornhole player. Okay. So kudos to him for being, like overachieving. He would be on our overachiever segment on Mondays, right? If we knew about this story. What I'm not understanding is that the man was driving a car, which I understand. That's good. I am glad that we have the ability for people who have, various physical limitations to still drive. That's awesome.
Okay.
He also, though they said was in an argument and allegedly fired a gun and shot his passenger. And then I thought, okay, I don't know how guns work, but I'm aware of like the trigger mechanism mostly. I don't know how that works. I mean, I'm trying to put this as nice as possible. The man doesn't have fingers.
Correct.
So I don't know. I'm not in the able community for guns ownership. Like, I don't know. There must be some device or something you can have that can help you fire a gun. But I'm just thinking the guy's driving the car and firing a weapon. And apparently they said, according to authorities, what notified people that any of this had happened, he pulled over and was trying to get the body out of the car. People pulled over and said, "What's going on?" And he said, "Can you help me get this dead body out of the car?" Allegedly.
There's no way.
And then they said, "No, we're going to call the cops." And he was like, "Never mind," and hopped back in the car and drove away. And that's when cops had to go chase him, and they finally caught him again. Allegedly,
did you make this story?
I didn't. It's on ESPN.
There's no way that this is real.
All I could think of when I read the story was, how did a guy who has no hands, I'm not making fun, I'm genuinely asking, how did he drive the car and pull a gun and shoot someone? And I'm obviously, that's sad for this person who died. This is a horrific crime and all that too. This, like I said, it creates more questions than answers, Tyvis.
I'm confused.
I put this on Court TV. Does Court TV still exist? Because I need all the evidence and information on this one, because I would follow this case. I'm not much of a true crime person, but I would follow this case. I have so many unanswered questions after this. Yes, right. Right. And again, you might say, why are you being so respectful of this guy? He might be a murderer. I'm being respectful of all the people who are quadruple amputees, who are, I'm saying, I acknowledge there are people who have this, who are dealing with that I'm trying to understand. I didn't know. Are they out, going to the gun range? If so, let them live. Good for them. I didn't know that was a thing. But I definitely, I don't think I could, with all my, limbs as they came. I don't think I could fire a gun while driving, is what I'm saying. I also am bad at cornhole, so I guess that explains a lot. So maybe that's why.
I have never been more confused.
I'm telling you, I read this story.
Than I am right now.
Okay, so we got nowhere on that. Good. I didn't know that we would.
It's almost impossible.
All right. Well, you know what? If you've got questions that don't have answers, ask Tyvis anything. Coming up at 7:30. You can submit those now at Bone and Tyvis, 971. One of the top jobs in college sports is open. Details next. It's T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Good morning. A lot more folks heading out the door right now, especially in our southeast corner by Pickerington Road, looking at 33 westbound, already down to 30 miles per hour for speeds out there. And closer towards that 270 and 33 intersection, we will be seeing lane restrictions continuing. It started Monday, will be lasting for about 30 days too. It's on that 270 northbound direction. Once again at 33, there's only 2 lanes that are maintained. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey folks, Jason Horowitz here with a Sweet 16 update. The men's regional round ramps up tomorrow, followed by the women's regionals on Friday. For the men, Thursday's schedule is missing the South 1 seed, but has some great matchups. And the West region features the only double-digit seed still alive, with the first 4 surviving 11-seeded Texas Longhorns. Don't miss any of the action with Westwood One's exclusive coverage of the NCAA tournaments right here.
Need new wiper blades but not sure which ones are right for you? The professional parts people at O'Reilly Auto Parts can help. We'll show you options for your vehicle and even install your new wiper blades for free. Right now, save $10 per pair on Bosch Focus wiper blades so you can see better in any weather. Stop by your local O'Reilly Auto Parts today.
O'Reilly Auto Parts.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Hey, it's Anthony, and I've got my own good feet story. I fought plantar fasciitis for a while. That's that horrible heel pain that seems to come out of nowhere. And not being on my feet was not ever going to be an option for me. I did all the home remedies, rolling the tennis ball under my feet. And the relief never really stuck until I went to the Good Feet store, where I was personally fitted with Good Feet arch supports based on my feet and arch size and the goals I have for my lifestyle. As soon as I popped them in my shoes, I could feel the difference. And now every day, my feet feel good. My knees, my hips, my back, they all feel supported and so much better aligned. I've complained about my back back for years. But guess what? Nobody's heard me talk like that in a long time. These are a game changer for me every day. They're in my shoes to work out, to go to work, and soon in my golf shoes. The journey to feeling my pain go away has been nothing short of awesome, and just feeling the support I get puts me in a great mood. So stop in either at their store in Grove City or on Polaris Parkway in Westerville, or get started right now at goodfeet.com. Remember your first football game? The sound of the crowd, the smell of the grill, the moment you fell in love with the game. This spring break, pass that moment on. At the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, families walk through the greatest moments in football history and create new memories of their own. See the legends, experience the history, share the game you love. Make the Hall of Fame part of your spring break road trip. Plan your visit today at profootballhof.com.
Common Man and Timmy for our friends at Hollywood Casino.
Oh, it's a big month, Common Man.
Why?
Because there's lots of basketball to watch and lots of cash to win.
That's right. If you're watching hoops, you can reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. And some of the packages come with $300 in dining credits.
And this month you could win $1 million instantly. Is that your final answer? Plus, there's multiple ways to score big cash prizes weekly.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, basketball.
When you saw your heating bills this winter, did you think this is out of control? The problem is your house is leaking money, and the only thing higher than your heating bills are your cooling bills. Steve here from USA Insulation. Let us fix your energy bill problem for good. If you aren't foam insulated, you really aren't insulated. For $99 a month, interest-free, we'll foam your home and help cut those energy bills. 529-2440 or USAinsulation.net.
USA Insulation.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning, I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets got a big 3-2 win on the road in Philadelphia last night. With the victory, the Blue Jackets are currently second in the Metropolitan Division. They'll travel to Montreal and play the Canadiens tomorrow night. Coverage on the Fan starts at 6:30. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Orlando Magic 136-131 last night. They'll have a quick turnaround and play the Miami Heat tonight. And finally, baseball fans can rejoice because opening day is here. Just one game tonight between the Giants and the Yankees at 8 o'clock. You could stream that one on Netflix. The Guardians and Reds will start their seasons tomorrow. This update is sponsored by Uber Eats. Uber Eats has a great deal waiting for you at Scramblers. From now through March 31st, get a buy one, get one free deal on the Manhandler skillet on the app. Terms apply. Breaking sports news when it happens on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
When Tyvis looks at Bone, he sees the future. Bald, fat, white. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We have been sent video of the man who is... No. We have been sent video of the quadriplegic man who is a professional cornhole player who is alleged to have shot and killed his passenger, 27-year-old Bradrick Michael Wells in Maryland. This player's name is Dayton Weber, the cornhole player with the quadriplegic man. There's been video sent to us of him, I guess, from a couple years ago, shooting a gun. Because we had questions about how does that work when you don't have like hands, but there's video of him on the internet now clearly like shooting a gun. So he is at least, it shows he is able to do that. Great for him. Unless you're shooting it at a person, not so great. That's bad. But apparently I'm still Tyvis because we're watching the video of him shoot the gun. He needs to use both of his, upper appendages to do that.
Correct.
They said he did it while he was driving.
That's the part that
I don't know how the car works, but I don't think I could use both hands. Like if I were driving my car, I couldn't use Tesla. Maybe he had it in the auto driving mode.
Yeah, the autopilot.
You put it on the lane control and the cruise and the adaptive cruise. Sure, maybe. He went boop and then bang bang. Dude, that story's wild. And again, all of that is allegedly, but go look up if you want to. Dayton Weber firing a handgun. If you want to see the video, I believe it was Colin Rugg tweeted this out among other people. But yeah,
see, this guy is able to play cornhole at a high level, drive and shoot a gun as a quadruple amputee.
Right.
Why didn't he
Some people can't even chew bubble gum.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think he should have just believed in himself and tried to dispose the body all on his own. He's doing all this stuff by himself.
Apparently what notified authorities was he pulled over and tried to dispose of the body. And then people pulled over and he said, "Can you help me?" And then they said, "No, we can't. We're going to call the authorities." And then he goes, "Rah," and he just got in the car and allegedly drove away.
I'm not going to lie to you. If I would have saw this and he would have been like, "Can you help me?" I would have thought it was a prank.
Oh, sure. You'd be like, where's the camera car?
Yeah.
Yes.
Where's Ashton Kutcher?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah, or whatever, like some level of, yes, this would feel like the Borat guy is doing this for like a new movie he's doing, right? Or something like there's no way you would think that was real. So I saw this saga's dragged on for the last few days. It's finally been put out of its misery. The North Carolina coaching job is now officially open. Hubert Davis, North Carolina got bounced in the tournament. They got upset.
What was he there for 3 years, maybe?
3 or 4, I feel like. Didn't they go to a Final Four his first year?
They went to the national championship.
That's what I'm saying.
But blew the game.
Yes, right. So he was in the national championship game his first year, and then they never got back to those heights since then. Like they never got back to that. Well, now he has been told he's done. Initially, I guess what they tried to do was get Hubert Davis to agree to just stepping down. And he said, "No, I want to coach here." And they said, "Okay, then we're going to have to fire you."
Collect that unemployment.
Yeah, right. Which is what you absolutely should do. And I think, he's still got money owed to him. So that's fine. Here's what I saw last night. I see an article come up that says, "Who's next at North Carolina? Potential candidates to replace Hubert Davis." And here are some of the names they have.
Let's hear it.
Billy Donovan.
Okay.
NBA coach, obviously coached Florida back in the day, too.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't know if he has any reason to leave, but maybe he just has a desire to guide North Carolina basketball. Let's be real about that job.
Prestigious. It's one of the top of the line jobs in college basketball.
I would say it's a top 10 sports job. Wouldn't you? I would put North Carolina basketball job up there with, I don't know, manager of the Yankees. It's like in your sport, that's the pinnacle, right? If you are a basketball coach and you get the job at North Carolina,
it's a big deal.
Yeah.
It's
a top 3 college basketball job.
Yes.
It's a top 10 college anything job, football, basketball, otherwise.
You got a lot of pressure there.
Of course you have a lot of pressure.
And be great.
You know what else you have? A ton of institutional resources, backing, and support. If you know what I mean? Like, you get all of that, and then, yes, they have high expectations for you.
Jordan gear all the time.
Well, you get that, too.
Any pair of Jordans you want.
Absolutely
That alone to sell me.
Yeah, of course. No, so, it comes with pressure, but I think, obviously, there's no doubt it's a top 3 job. The joke was that the reason they were taking so long between when they lost to when they fired Hubert Davis was because they were trying to see if, could they get Phil Jackson on the phone? Could they reanimate Red Auerbach? The idea of North Carolina's expectations are so high that they would go out and get, and of course, look who they hired for the football program. They hired a guy who won all the Super Bowls and Bill Belichick. But the notion that
how's that going?
Not great. I think they should probably not do that this time. Do not hire Bill Belichick for your basketball program.
I gotta go look at what they did in the portal.
I don't know. I didn't go to check. But here's what I saw. Brad Stevens is another name that they're targeting. Brad Stevens is running the Celtics.
They're literally shooting for the moon.
You talk about top 10 sports jobs. I would think running the Celtics has to be at least as good, if not better than the North Carolina job. But, they think maybe they could get him to come back to coaching college as he did at Butler. I don't know that I'm so sure of that. Other names that I've seen floated out there, Dusty May from Michigan. They said would be on the short list.
Good luck.
Iowa State's TJ Otzelberger would be on the list. He likes a tight T-shirt, but he also is a man who can coach a basketball team. Florida's Todd Golden. Alabama's Nate Oates. He is adjacent to murder. They even said that they should kick the tires on Dan Hurley. And you know what? If I'm North Carolina, I'm calling all of those names and making them say no. You know what I mean? I know Todd Golden was the defending national champions. They just got bounced by Iowa, but I'm calling up the guy who won a national championship last year, and saying, say no to this number. Do you want the job or not? Whoever their first choice is, there is no name that they should not approach because they're North Carolina basketball.
Mm-hmm.
But I did have this thought as I looked through these names. There is not one Ohio State basketball fan that is concerned right now that we're losing our head coach to North Carolina.
Come on, T-Bone.
That's not what. That's true. That's not a hot take. There's not one person that's sitting here going like, oh, man, are they going to call Diebler? Nope. You're not worried about that at all, are you? And that should tell you all you need to know. I'm not saying that the guy who coaches at Ohio State should be on the short list for the North Carolina job when it opens. What I am saying is it's a damn shame that everyone in college basketball knows that name's not coming up, and you would get laughed out of the Dean Dome if you suggested it. That's what I'm pointing to. Ohio State basketball is not always going to have a coach of that caliber, but they didn't have that the last guy either, to be fair to Jake Diebler. They didn't have that with Holtman. Holtman wasn't getting these calls. Jeff Goodman always tried to put Holtman in these discussions, and somehow he never got those jobs. But, like, I'm just saying, the fact that Ohio State basketball isn't even concerned about this job being open. Bama could be a little nervous. Florida could be a little nervous. They'll lose their head coach. These are, last I checked, these are football schools. Does Michigan like football? They might be a little concerned that Dusty May's getting a call. Ohio State basketball is not concerned about that at all this year. They don't have to worry. You're good. Jake Diebler's not getting that call. He'll be back next year.
Well, they got to win. If they get to the tournament and we go a little deeper in the tournament, then they can start worrying about that. But, yeah.
That's a big if.
Not right now. I mean, this is only his second.
Only his second year.
Is his second year as a head coach?
Second, yeah. Well, he had the interim for like 7 or 8. What was that? 7 or 8 games?
2.5.
No, not even half. I'd say 2. Let's just say 2 full years.
Okay, yes.
Yeah. But again, I remind you that he and Dusty May started at the same time. And one of those guys has already won a Big Ten championship in the tournament is now a 1 seed.
That's not fair.
No, it's why?
Because Dusty May actually was a head coach before.
Yes. And where did he interview before taking the Michigan job?
The Ohio State University.
Yes. And we made a choice. Choices were made, folks. And that's the
cheaper option.
That's yes, cheap. Yes. Tyvis, yes.
Yeah.
One of those schools said we value the basketball program. The other school said, let's kick the can down the road and just hire the guy whose brother was good at shooting threes. And that's what we're dealing with. So now, yes, we have to be patient because Jake Diebler, and this is not his fault. If I were Jake Diebler, I would have taken the job too. I don't blame him for this. He didn't have the experience level necessary for this job. And you're seeing it over the first 2 years. Now, yes, maybe by years 3, 4, 5, 10, I don't know how many years we're giving him, but maybe by then we'll get to the point where we can someday have a coach that is actually in the running when a North Carolina job comes open, when a Kansas job comes open. Bill Self may step down and retire in the next couple of years. You never know. Like, it would be nice to have a coach who's at least you have to be a little worried about.
Yeah,
not one where you're like, no, there's no chance he's getting that.
I mean, it's literally like year 2.
Again, Dusty May, year 2 and winning and getting his name is in this list. Tyvis.
How about Coach Cal?
Coach before.
Yes, that's what I asked. Why they didn't hire a guy who coached before. Okay.
Coach Cal asked to come here. What's he doing at Arkansas? Great things. Ohio State said, nah.
No
thanks.
Timing's not right.
Costs too much money.
Timing's
what?
That's untenable.
They go with the cheaper option for partially to spend money on personnel. How's the transfer portal acquisitions been the past 2 seasons?
Yeah. Well,
the first year was atrocious. This year,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
He's trying to think of an adjective that's slightly better than atrocious.
I think you nailed it. Slightly better than atrocious. That's where we're at. Okay. Ohio State's Pro Day is today over on the football side. Tyvis actually went to football practice yesterday. He'll give you his thoughts next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Hey there, and good Wednesday morning to you. About a 21-minute delay for our west side drivers if you're heading downtown right now. That's after a crash on 670 eastbound, just passing that 70 intersection where that left lane is currently blocked. Yeah, certain portions down to 7 miles per hour, just barely inching out there, and a very active scene this morning. Instead, take the detour, basically hopping off 70 eastbound and taking 40 Broad Street all the way towards downtown. downtown, and eventually back onto 70. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Great Lakes Hyundai. The savings are so good.
Take your shot to save at Great Lakes Hyundai. Shoot the hoop to get extra savings on your new car purchase. On top of big shot savings like 0% financing on 26 Hyundai Santa Fe's and Tucson's for up to 5 years. Plus, make no payments for 90 days. It's the Hyundai Getaway Sales Event. Dublin or Columbus or GLakesHyundai.com. With proof credit, some customers may not qualify. First to cruise during no payment period. New Hyundais come equipped with owner assurance and America's Best warranty. A 10-year, 100,000-mile powertrain coverage. Offer ends 3/31.
With Aetna, I always get a quick answer, and I don't have to search on the internet. They go above and beyond to help me with whatever I need.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctor's offices when requested. We show up with access to convenient care options. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Tax time is here, folks. That refund burning a hole in your pocket? Or maybe you're just ready for something bigger, tougher, more you? Head to Capitol Ford in Whitehall and drive home in a brand new F-150, Explorer, Bronco, or Mustang with incredible tax time savings. Right now, get 0% APR for up to 60 months on select models, plus qualified buyers can defer payments for up to 90 days. At Capitol Ford, you'll find great rates, flexible terms, and approval power that get you behind the wheel fast. Visit CapitolFordAtColumbus.com today. See dealer for details. Not all buyers qualify.
Bo Bishop here. Picture this. Windows down, the beautiful countryside rolling by, the kids laughing in the back, and nowhere you have to be but wherever the road takes you. That's RV life. Find yours at RCD RV. 3 locations in Central Ohio or online anytime at rcdrv.com.
Coffee, iced cap, refreshers. Tim Hortons has all your favorite beverages. And now you can get your favorite bite for less. When you buy any size beverage, add a baked daily donut for $1, a tasty bagel for $2, or a freshly cracked hot breakfast sandwich for just $3. So next time you order your favorite Tim's beverage, add something that satisfies your cravings and your wallet. The $1, $2, $3 menu. Only at your neighborhood Tim Hortons. At participating U.S. restaurants, must ask for offer in restaurant. Tax extra exclusions and terms apply.
Working your way through that home projects list, that means more flushes, more showers, more fiddling with the thermostat. Trust the pros at the Waterworks with your plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling needs. Our certified pros can repair or replace your air conditioner or furnace. Clogs? Call the Waterworks. Drain issues? Call the Waterworks. Plumbing problems? Call the Waterworks. HVAC breakdowns? Call the Waterworks. The Waterworks. Trusted and certified plumbing, drain, heating, and cooling experts.
And now, Public Education Matters with Ohio Education Association President Jeff Wensing.
Hunger is a real problem for too many Ohio students and their families. Sadly, a lot of educators face food insecurity in our state too. Education support professionals like bus drivers, custodians, and others often work full-time in our schools and still struggle to make ends meet. We must come together to make sure all Ohioans have what they need.
Public Education Matters, brought to you by the Ohio Education Association.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is one weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Bishop and Friends.
I just pop it in the tote. Yeah, it's in the name. It says it right on there. That's what it's for.
In case there was any confusion, Bo.
Bishop and Friends, sponsored by Diamond Seller.
Weekdays from 9 to noon on The Fan. Fan weather.
From the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Overcast skies to start with temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s. Then this afternoon, a nice mix of sun and clouds with highs in the mid 60s. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 50s. And then for Thursday, an isolated chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly sunny, warm and windy with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
Question from a listener: do you dopes ever get tired of talking about Ohio State? No. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. If it's 4:30 in the morning and you see a ginger version of Dom DeLuise speeding down 33, don't panic. It's just T-Bone.
We are driving. We are driving. We like driving. We like driving.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
We are eating. We are eating.
Ask Tyvis Anything is coming up at 7:30. Please jump in the YouTube chat. Make sure you leave your questions or tweet at Bone and Tyvis 971 on Twitter so we can read those. But I got some Jackets tickets to give away because they're taking on Carolina March 31st at Nationwide Arena. And learn how you can join the Jackets and on a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Montreal. Details at 971thefan.com. T-Bone, what number do you want to pick?
You know what? I'm
What
gonna
call are we
I'm
going?
gonna go with caller number 8. How about that?
I'm curious to know why 8.
Zach Wierenski,
Okay.
right? Number 8.
614-821-9710. 614-821-9710. We're going to take the 8th caller. Dylan, open up those lines.
So Jackets, by the way, they are currently sitting their points that they have as of right now. They're number 2 in the Metro, right? They are not sitting there in a wild card spot. They are sitting there in the Metro with I'm looking at a team now that's, what are they on? 87 points? No, I'm confusing their percentage
Talking
chance.
about the Jackets?
Yeah, I'm confusing their percentage chance of making the playoffs, which I think is 87%.
The Jackets
from Money
are sitting at 87 points.
Oh, they're at 87 points too.
Yes.
All right, there we go. So they are a couple ahead of the teams chasing them in the wild card spot. But right now, as it stands, as of today, given that they won last night in Philadelphia, they are now in a spot where they would host playoff series. They would be have home ice advantage. Obviously, both teams get to host games, but you would have to beat the Jackets 4 times at home in a playoff series as of right now in round 1.
It's hard to do at Nationwide.
Well, especially how they're playing right now. Their pace is insane. They keep finding ways to win. They didn't skate well in the first period last night. Did they end up just falling apart? No, they sucked it up. They got it together, and they won 3-2, even with Philadelphia pulling their goalie.
Is it possible that they could catch Carolina?
I mean, anything. If they play like this, anything's technically possible. But you need the other teams to cooperate is the problem.
Well, I know Carolina, they play Carolina twice.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, they have matchup, like you just said, we're giving away tickets to one of those games.
So that's a 4-point. How many points is Carolina got right now?
I mean, dude,
96.
The next stretch here, they play Montreal tomorrow, who obviously is in the 3rd spot in the Atlantic, if I'm not mistaken. So they're hanging on to their playoff spot. They could be in that wild card fight any moment, too, depending on how results go. Jackets could put them in the wild card spot if they beat them tomorrow, right? But then you play San Jose on Saturday at home, then Boston Sunday at home, then Carolina a week from yesterday, next Tuesday. So I'm just like, Boston, Carolina, Montreal, all in the Eastern Conference, all teams that are kind of around. Carolina's above you in the standings, but Boston and Montreal are in that fight for their playoff spots too. So, yeah, you've been in the playoffs since January. It will continue as you play, 2 games next week against Carolina. You get Detroit coming in the week after that. Like, you have 2 more against Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, 2 more against Montreal. So, like, all these teams, you're going to be around them for the playoff hunt. But the Jackets, of course, right now, they control their destiny. They are sitting in the second spot. If you win your games, no one can take that from you. No one can jump up past you. They all have the same number of games behind you that have been played. So
that's really ultimately what you want out of your season, is to be the one in control. You don't need help from somebody else. It's like, hey, we going to make it. As long as we win our game and do what we need to do, at the end of the day, we're good.
Yeah.
That's the perfect position to be in.
That's right. Now, you said Ask Tyvis Anything is coming up at 7:30, and it is. You can tweet us at BoneandTyvis971. But you went to practice yesterday.
I did.
What did you see? I'll do a little Ask Tyvis before that. What did you see at practice yesterday? Anything of note?
I seen Legend Bay, and I was like, okay, I see why they keep saying like he's like Curtis Samuel. He's really agile. He's very fast. I definitely got to see that. I got to see Jeremiah Smith look like Jeremiah Smith. The guy that I was impressed with the most, though, was Chris Henry Jr., because it's a big season for him. And just to see, first of all, his size, I was like, man, he like a JJ. I want to say he might be taller than JJ.
Yeah, he's big. I know he played. I mean, he was a big high school basketball player too.
Yeah,
a very good, But just like
talent there, just the talent that he has, like you could tell, like he just looked like he fits right in. Like he was going out there running routes. It was very crispy routes. Caught the ball really well. It was interesting seeing all the number changes. I was talking to Pantone, and I was like, how do y'all like know that? He said, listen, the first couple of days I had to have a roster out here because I didn't know either. But it was nice. They're all excited about, the new team out there, all the transfers and stuff. And I got to see some of those guys that were transfers. I like the guy from LSU, Kyle Parker. I think he's wearing number 5.
Okay.
So it's like, I was like, I see it. And then I seen Cortez Hankton have, some interaction with the players and stuff like that. Yeah. Seems like a really intense guy. Obviously, the most intense guy over there is Carlos Lachlan. he go make sure that those guys is right, boy.
I like it. Well, something's never changed. That's good, at least to know that. But no, I'm curious because we have talked about Chris Henry Jr. coming in, and there are a lot of people I think who've just, correctly or not, they have looked at the fact that Jeremiah Smith came in as a freshman and was arguably the best receiver in college football the minute he stepped on a field in college. Mm-hmm. That's a great comparison. What you're saying physically, what you see from Chris Henry Jr.
he's about the same.
But
I know a little taller. I'm pretty sure he's taller.
But we've had these discussions about how like it is probably a little bit unreasonable for Buckeye fans. Now, again, have high expectations for your football team. I'm not saying that. But the idea that like the next big freshman that comes in like Chris Henry Jr. being another stud, that he's going to walk in and immediately have the success that Jeremiah Smith did. Mm-hmm. We both have said that may be slightly unrealistic.
It is.
Did your opinion change now that you've seen him up close and in person?
No, I think that when I saw him up close in person and seeing some of the plays that he was making, not JJ. Like JJ was ridiculous, but like a guy that can contribute and be a really good opposite piece of JJ, yeah, I think that's very doable for him. Okay. I think that it would be underselling if he didn't get that done.
Pro day today, right?
Yes.
What do you recall of your pro day experience?
I remember during pro day, I did everything at the combine. So when I got to pro day, I didn't want to do nothing but position drills. I was like, let my combine numbers be what they is, because I'm not doing them no more. I'm going to do it one time. That's it.
Didn't run another 40.
No,
none of that. Yeah,
I was done.
Gotcha.
I ran a 4.46. Once I ran that, I was like, listen, I ain't got to run nothing else ever again. No, I just remember doing position drills. It was me, Vaughn, and Eli. And I kept remembering they made me go first. Now, you don't want to go first in position drills because you want to see what the drill look like. When you go first, it's like you got to make sure you're paying attention. You got to make sure you do it right. And Vaughn and Eli looked at me and was like, you got to go first. I'm looking at them like, y'all some suckers. They some suckers. They was scared.
So what level could you have just said like, no, I don't want to? Could you have done that?
Nah, I didn't want to. Because it wasn't that big. The good thing is I can lock in and I can pay attention. And if you just say it, I can kind of get it.
Yeah.
So those two guys needed to see it. So I was happy to help them out.
Well, I'm sure there will be video of Pro Day, you will see a lot of, I'm sure, some of the Buckeyes who are draft eligible running through some of the different things that they have to do. I know where some of the guys were going to run there. This is their time to put their, some of their stuff down that they're.
Yeah, you would imagine maybe Carnell runs again. I don't think it's a big deal.
No,
but if everybody in the world and he feels some type of way about it, and he want to go from a 4.53 to a 4.49.
Yeah, right.
Then fine.
Sure.
Yes, right. But it's not that big of a deal to me. I like to see Caleb Downs, though, because I don't think he did anything.
No, he didn't. He didn't do any of that stuff. I'm sure he'll do something today. We'll find out. All right, so more of that tomorrow. We'll get an update on what happened from practice and from Pro Day today at the Woody. So that'll be a lot of fun. Ask Tyvis anything coming up in 2 minutes. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Over in Westerville, the 2 right lanes are currently blocked on State Route 3. It's that southbound direction at Club Drive, which is right before that 270 intersection, closer towards Westerville Park Plaza, just to keep in mind out there. Noticing some delays this morning. Not too bad, but of course, a lot more people are heading out the doors, so make sure to plan ahead and be cautious. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Thursday is Red's opening day, and that means free Coney Day at Skyline Chili. Hit your neighborhood Skyline to get a free cheese coney with any beverage purchase all day Thursday. 1 free coney per person per visit at participating Skyline locations.
Mike Rowe here with a fun fact. Did you know that 50% of the air that you breathe inside your home comes from your crawl space? Yeah. Whether your crawl space is wet, musty, or your floors are bouncy, do yourself a favor and call a Groundworks company. I spent some time working with these guys, and they're the real deal. Their people are trained and certified to repair your crawl space. Schedule a free inspection with Ohio Basement Authority, a Groundworks company.
Licensed in all states where work is performed. See website for details.
Hey there, friends. High Bank isn't just award-winning whiskey. They also make the best vodka in America. With 3 Central Ohio locations serving scratch-made food and craft cocktails, High Bank is perfect for date night, game day, or drinks with friends. Learn more at highbankco.com. Dine, drink, distill at High Bank.
At ADP, we know you want your landscape business to succeed, but we don't know anything about landscaping. ADP only knows how to handle the business of your small business. So if ADP focuses on the payroll and the HR, while you focus on the land and the scaping, success should follow. Just don't expect us to know all about Kentucky bluegrass, zero-turn cutting, or what to do with a woodchuck. That's for you to figure out. Let ADP help your small business focus on the part of the business you're good at. ADP for small business.
We are your radio home for the Buckeyes, Browns, and all the NFL games you can handle. We may have a bit of a football problem. Oh, yeah. The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Both of these men love the Browns. Also, both of these men hate the Browns. If you know, you know. This is T-Bone and Tyvis.
1 hour from now, we are going to talk with the general manager of your Columbus Blue Jackets, president of Hockey Ops, Don Wedell, will join us coming up at 8:30. So we're excited to talk to him. The Jackets are firmly in a playoff spot right now, sitting second in the Metro as we sit today because they got some help last night and they won their game. It's one of those few times all this run where they've been 19-3-4 in the last 26 games where since Rick Bowness took over, it seems like every time the Jackets would do what they needed to do, the other teams wouldn't. Last night, a bunch of those teams lost. Jackets won, and they are now firmly in control of their destiny. So keep it rolling. We will talk with Don Wedell coming up 1 hour from right now. So, yeah, should be a lot of fun. Are you excited about the scrotal piercings we may have to get, Tyvis, if they win the Stanley Cup?
No, I'm not excited about it. I don't know how one could be excited.
I'm excited for it. That would mean my team won Stanley Cup. That would mean we're going to have a parade. That would mean all the NHL has to bow down to the Blue Jackets. Are you kidding me? I would gladly get a piercing for that.
I understand that. It's going to hurt.
You can numb it. Or you can just sack up. No pun intended.
Get to know your resident national champion. It's time for Ask Tyvis Anything.
Sponsored by Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right. Request your free roof assessment today at ramosroofing.com.
All right. These are I have a few different Ask Tyvis Anythings. One of which I didn't mean to steal, but I kind of did. Chris G in the chat asked, Tyvis, what is your experience during Pro Day at OSU? But here's the second. You answered that in the last segment. You can answer it again if you want. But what advice would you give the new batch of OSU players doing Pro Day? That's one we didn't cover.
What advice would I give them? just do you. Like, it's not. Don't. It's gonna be a lot of chaos. You're gonna see a lot of general managers and all that stuff there. Don't just do you. Like, don't even pay attention to that stuff. They know what they're looking for. You've been doing these drills over and over again. The drills that you're probably gonna do is ones that you've been doing. You should have been doing over these times. Like, there shouldn't be a drill that anybody brings up that you haven't done before. Just be confident in yourself and know that you are really good at what you do. And there's a reason why all these people are here anyway. So just be you.
There you go. Meat Sweats asks for Tyvis, what did or would your very pregnant wife think about you wanting to go to Freaknik to, air quotes, just see what goes on?
You know what I think she would say? If that was a realistic option, she would probably say, if I know my wife, she would say, I want to go too.
There you
I want
go.
to see it.
There you go. Sure. That's right. Yeah. What's wrong with that? Both of you go and have a great time. There's nothing wrong with that. Quentin in the chat asks, when you were younger, which NFL player did you look up to or try to model your game after?
Chad Ochocinco.
Really?
I was going to be the next Chad Johnson. Absolutely.
You're going to be a wide receiver?
I was. I was good too.
Yeah,
I was good. I talked trash like him. I had the funny antics like him and all of that. Like, I literally modeled my game after Chad Johnson. That was my favorite player.
Yeah, that's interesting.
And then I got to the 11th grade and played strictly defense. So they told me that I wouldn't make it as a receiver because, like, I looked the same, but as a corner, that's what they said. Like, as a corner, you totally different. Because you got to think at that time, that was when the Richard Shermans of the world was coming up and all of those things. So, like, everybody wanted to move towards taller corners.
Yes.
And that was what I started to market myself as.
Now, I'm not saying this is what your coaches said, although I did see, I forget which team it was down in the SEC. It might have been Florida. I could be wrong. There was this school I saw getting their spring ball going, and they had a corner who was like 6'6".
We got a corner. I just seen the dude yesterday at Old State. He like 6'5".
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't know his name, but Coach Mick was like, yeah, he like you. He's 6'5". Like, I'm like, 6'5" at corner?
But you're not 6'5", you're 6'3".
Yeah, but like 6'5" is crazy.
Okay. Well, this is the thing I saw someone post was they were like, if you're 6'6" and you're a corner, how bad are your hands? Like, that was the part that I thought, okay, I don't judge. I didn't play.
I may have dropped a couple picks at Old State. I could think of 3 right off the top of my head.
Yes, but
it was a shame.
If you're 6'6", like, wouldn't they still put up with a few drops? Like, I'm saying you have to be all time bad if you're 6'6".
But if you're 6'6" at corner and you move like that, that's like.
But if you're 6'6",
that's like Hall of Fame stuff.
All right, maybe you're right. If you can do it, you're exactly right. Rusty in the chat says, my Ask Tyvis question, kind of not a question, but maybe you can have them make one of your gold pants into a charm for your piercing when the Jackets win the cup. There you go. You've got multiple gold pants. Just melt one of those down, turn it into some kind of bar or hoop or whatever, and then that can be, people can ask, where are your gold pants? You'd be like, well, I got 2 of them here, and I got one sitting here.
And the Blue Jackets they're not related.
Well, I know. They are different.
Unrelated.
They are different.
That is, they're both Columbus sports.
Yeah. That's fair.
They're related.
They're unrelated.
Okay.
Stop it. You're reaching for the stars.
Is it? I don't know. Muggsy's Leaper asks, have you tried the spicy chicken from either from Rally's and the spicy McChicken? And can you tell a difference, or do you have a preference?
I have not. He talked about this like last week. I haven't had Rally's in probably 10 years.
You're missing out.
I haven't had Rally's in like 10 years.
Oh, yeah. You got to go.
Baconzilla, baby.
Yeah. They got a Baconzilla. The only thing I get from Rally's is a Big Buford.
Big Buford. That's like the Big Mac of Rally's. So, yeah,
still
that
banging.
makes sense.
Yeah. I haven't had Rally's in like 10 years. I need to go for some fries. Their fries is the best fries out.
Yeah, I agree with that. They are unbelievably good.
Spicy chicken sandwich at Rally's.
Supposedly good. Not had it.
And what was the thing from McDonald's, he say?
The spicy McChicken that you get when you
go. Oh, the hot and spicy. Yeah, that's the greatest thing on their menu.
Well, no,
it's not down here.
Yeah, the one up in
it was
up in Cleveland have the McChickens that are I don't understand why that is.
What is the southernmost McDonald's you had the hot and spicy McChicken at? So the closest one to here.
I don't know. I was in Lodi.
Lodi?
Okay. That's good
that's
to know.
closer than Cleveland.
Right. Yeah. Dylan's going to play a road trip.
Lodi is exactly 55 minutes from the Tanger outlet.
Okay.
If you drive like Tyus.
Somebody might know that. Maybe that's an exit that matters to Tyvis when he gets on his way to go home. I don't know. Chris said, ask Tyvis, I'm taking a half day of PTO to enjoy my birthday. Do you think people should work on their birthday?
Yes.
Why?
I do it every year.
Okay, but that's you.
I make it my mission. Why? The only person that takes the day off is Matty Ice, and I don't understand it.
I take my day.
Not the only person.
I take my day off on my birthday.
To do what?
Can I be honest with you? Can I tell you? This is why.
Because we work at a very convenient time slot.
That's true.
Where you can still enjoy your birthday.
No. It's not about enjoying the birthday necessarily. I am someone who does not like forced interactions. You know what I mean? I feel like when people find out it's your birthday, they feel obligated to come up to you and say, "Oh, it's your birthday, happy birthday." And it's like, you didn't have to do that. I appreciate it. It is well-meaning and all that. But if I'm not around on my birthday at work, I don't have to do that 27 times. So you know what? Well, there have been times where I've just been like, just so we don't have to do that, I can just take my day off. That's weird. That is totally weird on my part.
I'm curious. When is your birthday?
August 14th.
Okay.
Same day as Tim Tebow.
Are you going to take off this year? Because, at the time slot that you work, you really don't see people.
No, I know. And that may have influenced my decision. I'm just saying that's part of, I usually have taken off the week around my
Dylan,
birthday.
You need to grow up.
Mike and I used to have, when I was doing afternoons, Mike would usually take the week after that one. That would be a week he would take off before, because when football season starts, we don't have a lot of time to take off usually, right? So he would take off that week. I would take off the week prior, and that would be like my last week of kind of hanging out with the kids on summer break before they go back to school. So it usually just worked out that weekend I would just be off anyway. But yeah, that is usually my birthday week I'm off, not just the day.
Dylan, what's your excuse?
I want to go somewhere that's not here around my birthday every year. That's
to
my
not have to
excuse.
go
What if your birthday is on a Wednesday?
Then that's why I need to take the day off, and maybe the day after that, and maybe the day after that.
That's insanity talk. What about the fans?
I'm telling you, Tyvis.
What about the people? What about the people that tune in just to hear your jab?
Memorial Day week. I'm out the whole week, Tyvis. I said we have Monday off. I might as well take the next 4 days off.
But that I think that might be my last week, so I won't even see you before
your last week before the tsunami hits. Before the tsunami crashes on the shores.
See that he don't care.
Yeah,
I can't say that affects my decision.
By the way, Quentin said, T-Bone, you work in a job where you're forced to interact with all of Columbus. That's like saying I hate cooking and you're a chef. I'm not forced. That's different. I like interacting on the show. I like all that. What I'm saying is people in the office that you never even see are just oh, I have to wish you happy birthday. You don't have to. It's fine. I'm a grown-up. You don't have to wish me happy birthday. It's totally fine. All right, we'll come back. Arthur Smith meets the media, the new Ohio State offensive coordinator. You'll hear what he had to say next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, if you're heading towards Marysville this morning, we are seeing a big crash out there. It's on 33 westbound at 36, so expect some lane closures this morning. And again, those major slowdowns. We also see some delays happening as you're heading downtown. This is 70 at 33. Our traffic camp this morning got a lot of people heading out the door right now, taking that 70 westbound direction. And for our friends in our southeast corner by Canal Winchester, always got to check in on your commute times. If you're taking 33 in that westbound direction, that's about a 7-minute delay for you between Gender Road and 270. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Our double hung is as good as it gets. There's something really simple. It's called an interlock. We interlock our windows. The interlock is the absolute best way to alleviate air infiltration. With the interlock, it's harder to break into. When you interlock the sashes, it makes a better window. It's just a darn good window, and we're very proud of it.
Visit Rosati Windows and get 35% off all windows and doors by March 31st.
Got this. Breathe. You got this. You got this.
In the moments that truly matter, what do? Rise to the occasion. Ohio Health. It's time.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Bo Bishop here. Ready to hit the road and make some memories? Then get to RCD RV, Central Ohio's go-to destination for the best deals, unbeatable service, and adventure-ready RVs. Start your journey today at any of their 3 Central Ohio locations or visit online anytime at rcdrv.com.
March Madness is here again, and so is a Great Clips $12.99 haircut coupon. From dominating the bracket pool to demolishing game day snacks, Great Clips gets that March is every fan's favorite month. And with a $12.99 haircut coupon, your hair can be as ready for the action as you are. Grab a $12.99 haircut coupon now at greatclips.com/March Madness. Great Clips, official hair salon of March Madness. Valid only at participating U.S. salons. Terms apply. March Madness is a trademark of the National Collegiate Athletic Association.
Hey, it's Bobby Carpenter. Score big at Germain Toyota of Columbus and drive home the 2026 Toyota Tundra for 2.99% APR for up to 72 months and $1,000 in Toyota financial cash. Germain Toyota of Columbus on the corner of I-70 and Bryce Road or online at germaintoyota.net.
Aetna was there for me as I was going through a rough medical patch this year. I had peace of mind, which helped with my healing.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up on calls with members and doctors' offices when requested. We show up with the latest in online tools for easier access to healthcare. We show up for you. Because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Pepsi Prebiotic Cola in original and cherry vanilla. That Pepsi taste you love with no artificial sweeteners, only 30 calories, just 5 grams of sugar, and 3 grams of prebiotic fiber. That great Pepsi taste with even more to love. Pepsi Prebiotic Cola. Unbelievably Pepsi.
The Jackets hit the road for a battle with the Canadians. Live fan coverage starts Thursday night at 6:30.
Sponsored by Atlas Butler Heating and Cooling.
Proud to be your flagship home of the Columbus Blue Jackets, The Fan. The Fan Poll is sponsored by JT's Pizza and Pub, home of award-winning pizza and 32-ounce Yingling drafts for only $4. Tyvis Powell is a legendary Buckeye. T-Bone loves to eat Buckeyes. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
You know, T-Bone, earlier when we first started this show, you asked me how I was doing, and I told you not great. And then I went on to tell you about how I had to pick Cardale up from the airport yesterday. But I didn't get to the why, like I wasn't great, why I didn't feel great. So before he asked me to pick him up, or before he told me he was wanting me to pick him up, I was watching F1, the movie.
Right.
You know, I think it was that Brad Pitt and Damson Idris.
Yeah, I believe dude, that movie, I saw it twice in theaters. I loved it so much.
So I'm watching it. It's the first time I'm ever watching it. Now, I didn't know it was like 2 hours and 50-something minutes or something like that.
Yeah.
But I wanted to watch it. So, boom, I'm watching it. I'm in the basement. I got the surround sounds and everything. And I'm by myself. Kids is gone. Got the blinds closed. It's like a movie theater down there.
Now, usually when you have that situation, it's a different movie that you've got going on. But that's this time. It was fine. And that's good. I'm glad you decided to watch F1.
Little B.O.B. action. Little B.O.B.
He's a porn star.
There's definitely an F involved.
I gotta
There's
keep
definitely some effing
listen,
involved.
I gotta keep the remote on my lap. Keep that last button ready.
The last button. Yes, exactly right.
You ever seen Buck with his pants down?
Anyway,
go ahead.
So I'm watching the movie, and I get exactly 54 minutes into the movie before my phone goes off. Talk about landed. So I'm looking at the message.
Meaning, so this is Cardell saying,
landed.
You need to come pick me up at the airport.
So I text back, what they got to do with me? Right? So me being the good friend I am, I paused the movie. But like I leave it paused because it's like, I'm going to go get him from the airport. It's like the airport from like 30 minutes away from us. Go to the airport. He gonna drop me back off, blah, blah, blah. I'm going to come back and finish watching his movie. So I'm going to be gone roughly an hour.
You're using his car while he's gone.
Correct.
So he needs you to pick him up in his car.
Yes.
Okay.
Well, he got two. So like.
Okay.
He would have been fine.
Okay.
He could have just Ubered. What type of person don't just Uber?
Uber when you've got his car. My friend,
I was
hope
busy.
You understand.
I was busy.
You are the Uber in this situation. That's what you have turned into.
Devo.
This is breaking news. Tyvis Powell is Cardale's Uber in this situation.
I was busy.
You were
and
Uber.
Then what really made me upset is he land at these inconvenient times. Who lands at 5:30 during rush hour? Who does that?
That is, that's when the plane, lands.
What are you talking about?
It's not rush hour for the plane. It's not like he's sitting there like, oh, we're stuck in traffic. Like that's when the plane is landing.
You tell me when you looking at flights and come back, you don't think like, you know what, this is going to be during rush hour. It's going to be very inconvenient.
No,
let me get an earlier or later flight.
I prefer to leave early and get back early. Like,
I agree.
I don't like to do either.
That's what people that has sense do.
Right.
Anyways, so I go pick the guy up, and he's one of them. Get out the way. Let me drive. So he drive. Cool.
Sure.
And I'm expecting again to pick him up. He take the car. He dropped me back off at home.
Yeah.
I didn't get home. This happened. I got to the airport at 5:50. I didn't get back home till like 7:45.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Was the flight delayed?
No, he was. So what I did?
Did you guys go run errands? Did you go to the grocery store?
He ran errands and dragged me with him. That happened. But to be mad, when I was mad at him. So like, you know, when you go pick somebody up at the airport, they're standing out there with their luggage and stuff. So I pulled up on him, and when he went to go reach for the car, I pulled up. And then when he reached for it again, I pulled up again.
Of course. See, maybe he would have said, let's just go right home, Tyvis. I don't want to waste your day. Then you did that.
No,
he's like,
because he shouldn't have made me leave my movie. Like, where I was, like, who doesn't want to finish the movie from start to finish?
Tyvis, if only there was a way to prevent this sort of thing, like maybe you having your own mode of transportation and not using his. Maybe that
it's too
would
expensive.
solve
It's too expensive.
Well,
gas is expensive
Tyvis,
right now.
You pay either way. There's a way you are paying either in time or money. And as I have been told, time is money. So one way or the other, you're not getting around it. You are definitely paying for that. But I'm sorry to hear that he dragged you around in his car.
It was inconvenient.
That you were borrowing.
It was
him.
It was inconsiderate of him.
Yes. All right.
It was a good movie. Now I got to go back and finish. I got to go find the spot that I didn't finish it at. And
where did you leave? What do you remember the last thing happening?
The last thing I remember was they did the race, the first race. So he got to F1 with Damson.
Brad Pitt's character, who's like the washed out guy. Sonny gets back in. Yeah.
And he wouldn't let Damson pass him. So they like both crashed out. And then he like went to go meet with the lady who's in charge.
Engineer.
Yeah, who's in charge of creating the cars.
Oh, there's a little chemistry there.
Yeah, they went out on like a little drinks. They went out for drinks.
Yeah.
And he explained to her how he wanted the car to be able to get behind,
another car and like draft. Yes.
And she got upset. And like you need to win. When you finish a race, you can make suggestions. And then boom, I had to pause it right there.
He tries to hit on her too, and she's like, "No thanks. I'm not interested."
Yeah.
Spoiler alert: her opinion may change of him as the movie goes on. Just letting you know.
You know what?
I
it's a good movie.
I figured that would be the case.
It's a good movie. I like it.
Listening to Tyvis' story, I think I agree with him, T-Bone. I think it was very inconsiderate that he had to get up and leave his movie. I hate watching movies in parts, and people that do it on purpose are psychopaths.
But can I ask?
Watch the movie straight through.
That's what I'm saying.
You either have time to watch the whole movie or you don't.
Hang on. Okay.
Don't be like, I'm going to finish this later, or we could start. People that are like, oh, let's start this tonight and then finish it tomorrow. Why? Let's just start it tomorrow.
I agree with all that. I don't like doing that either. That makes no sense to me. However, did any of us start a movie when we knew our friend whose car we were borrowing was going to ask us to pick them up from the airport? When you could have just said,
what
time is your flight
is
land?
irrelevant.
What time is your flight land?
What you talking about is irrelevant.
It's landing in an hour. Let me start a 2.5-hour movie and then know that I'm going to get a call saying, yes, I have to go pick you up.
Why?
Maybe
he could have Ubered.
Yes, but was that the plan? Or was the plan for you to be the Uber?
You want to know how that call went when he asked me?
I don't know.
It was a lot of profanity used both ways.
But you knew he was picking you up.
He insulted me, and then I expressed to him, "Good luck getting home."
Well, see, that I wouldn't do. If I were asking a friend to pick me up from the airport, I would be like, "Hey,
he need to work
on
a good time. He need to work on his people skills."
Yeah, he does. I agree with that. All right, well, that was a good story. We didn't have time now to play Arthur Smith. Let me tell you, Arthur Smith, excited about the offense. Glad he came to Ohio State. They're going to run the ball, and he's getting up to speed with everybody. Maybe if we have time, you know what, maybe 8:15, I'll play you some of that audio, because coming up next, we got to hit the huddle. All the NFL news that we can give you is next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Well, a heads up for our east side drivers. We will be seeing lane closures continuing in your area, particularly that 270 southbound ramp, 270 eastbound. The first portion today is going to be from 6 a.m. this morning till 12 this afternoon. We also have crews returning, though, later tonight from 9 to 6 a.m. the next morning out there. Once again, crews will be out there affecting that 270 and 70 intersection. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Runyon from Runyon Dental Group. Are you missing teeth or do you have uncomfortable dentures? Dental implants can not only transform your smile, they can restore your confidence and allow you to eat those foods you love that you've been missing. When I was in my early 30s, I was in a similar situation needing complex dental work and dental implants. I understand all the emotions that you're feeling because I've been the patient and I know that we can help you. Schedule a free consultation today at runyondentalgroup.com. That's runyondentalgroup.com.
2 years ago, Bobby Carpenter completed treatments for knee pain at QC Kinetics. So we're checking in with the former college and pro football player to see how he's doing.
I've been asked a lot, like, how long does this last? How long does it work? I go, I've had mine for a couple years and everything feels very good. It feels just as good as it did when I started to turn the corner.
Bobby's an active husband, dad, and business owner. That's why 2 years ago, he heard about QC Kinetics, the nation's leader in regenerative treatments, and he knew he could trust them for his chronic knee pain.
And thankfully with QC Kinetics, I was able to go through this and my activities are the same as it was. I'm able to coach my kids in sports. I can play golf. I can go run.
QC Kinetics patients like Bobby don't miss a beat. No surgery or rehab, just freedom from debilitating joint pain. Ready for lasting relief from joint pain? Call QC Kinetics today for your complimentary consultation and see if you're a good candidate.
Call QC Kinetics, 380-208-4544. That's 380-208-4544. 380-208-4544.
It's Common Man and Timmy for our friends at Hollywood Casino.
Oh, it's a big month, Common Man.
Why?
Because there's lots of basketball to watch and lots of cash to win.
That's right. If you're watching hoops, you can reserve your spot at HollywoodColumbus.com. And some of the packages come with $300 in dining credits.
And this month you could win $1 million instantly. That's your final answer. Plus, there's multiple ways to score big cash prizes weekly.
Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-589-9966.
Hey, basketball.
We all hear the radio ads about the IRS. They tell you to be afraid, to be scared, and they try to frighten you into calling. I'm not here to do that. Tax Relief Advocates is different. TRA is here to tell you that if you owe money to the IRS, whether it's $5,000, $50,000, or $500,000, we have a solution. It doesn't matter if you're sitting in your car, at work, or with your kids. No matter where you are, call now.
800-575-7098.
Don't lose hope. TRA can eliminate or reduce what you owe to the IRS.
Generous programs are now available that can give you a fresh start.
Our passion is taxes and helping individuals fix their IRS problems.
We have over 1,000 5-star reviews on Google and an A+ with the Better Business Bureau.
You don't need to be afraid of the IRS any longer. End your tax nightmare today by visiting us online at TRA.com
or call 800-575-7098. That's 800-575-7098.
Tax Relief Advocates. Real solutions for real people.
Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hi, this is Max with Buckeye Heating and Cooling. Like your vehicle, your heating, cooling, and plumbing systems need to be maintained. We recommend our True Comfort membership designed to keep things working in tip-top shape. Thanks for letting us keep your home comfortable and plumbing worry-free. But when you need us,
call 614-683-9911. Call the folks at Buckeye, night or day.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. If you've ever had somebody do work at your house, it's annoying as crap, at least to me, when someone shows up to your house that you never met, you've never worked with, and you didn't hire to do the job. Subcontractors, I understand why they exist, but for me, I want to work with a company that's going to bring people who know what they're doing, who are trained by the company to put their product in. On time, on budget, no surprises at the end. That's what Baths R Us does every single time. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. And the big difference with them, they have local crews. They never sub out the work. The people who show up to your door, they're trained by Baths R Us. They're actually employees of the company, not some random crew they hired last week. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space that you're proud of, they build it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call them today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. Kind of a rare thing these days. Call them today, 380-225-BATH. That's 380-225-BATH. Baths R Us, bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Common Man here for Jermaine. Everybody's talking about affordability when buying a car these days, but the truth is, GoJermaine.com has a great selection of affordable inventory. Maybe that tax return's going to hit your mailbox pretty soon. Well, go see my friends because they have 300 new cars under 30 grand, over 300 used cars under 20 grand, and it's only at GoJermaine.com. And along with their $1,000 price promise, no one's going to sell you a car for less. Get started at GoJermaine.com.
Broadcasting live from the McDaniel GM Superstore Studios. Driving excellence since 1916. Chevrolet. Together, let's drive. WBNS HD1 Columbus.
Good morning. I'm Dylan Gonzalez. The Columbus Blue Jackets got a big 3-2 win on the road in Philadelphia last night. With the victory, the Blue Jackets are currently second in the Metropolitan Division. They'll travel to Montreal and play the Canadiens tomorrow night. Coverage on the Fan starts at 6:30. The Cleveland Cavaliers beat the Orlando Magic 136-131 yesterday. They'll have a quick turnaround and play the Miami Heat tonight. And finally, baseball fans can rejoice because opening day is here. Just one game tonight, though, between the Giants and the Yankees at 8 o'clock. You could stream that one on Netflix. The Guardians and the Reds will start their seasons tomorrow. This update is sponsored by Awaken 180 Weight Loss. If you're not happy with your results in the first week, get 100% of your money back. Visit awaken180weightloss.com. Breaking sports news when it happens right here on The Fan, Ohio's sports destination.
Tyvis hates Girl Scout cookies.
I hate it.
And little girls. In America.
I hate it, hate.
Seriously, Tyvis, what the hell?
Okay, whatever this is, I already hate it.
You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Are we calling this opening day or not? I say not.
I'm not.
I say not.
Opening night.
Netflix only.
Yeah.
It's a paywalled opening day.
Well, I guess it is.
It is.
Paywall.
You have to pay for Netflix if you don't already have it.
Who doesn't have Netflix?
Well,
it's like Amazon
I wish
Prime.
I didn't. I know, but I hate having it. I wish I didn't have it.
There's periods of time that I don't have Netflix.
Really?
More often than I do have, but there's many a times that I cancel it and then I'll resubscribe to it a few months later. I think Netflix sucks.
You share passwords with people?
No, I don't. And I pay for everything.
Well, you know what I'm
for a small fee.
Yeah, you get
allegedly. I might know a guy.
Allegedly,
hook me up with your hypothetical guy.
Listen, I know this. I have passed the point because I was an early adopter on all this stuff. I like the digital idea of. I mean, I use Spotify for my music. I do collect some vinyl, but I like the idea that new album comes out the day it comes out. I can listen at midnight it's right there. You know what I mean? I like that. However, I have gotten to a point now with some of the, like, you'll have Netflix, you'll go to look for a movie, and then the worst feeling in the world is where it's like a movie you love and it says leaving soon, and you're like, well, which service is it going to be on now? It's not even about, because I have like Paramount and some of these other services too, but it's like now I got to figure out the next time I want to watch this movie.
You got Paramount Plus?
Paramount Plus. I got Peacock.
Do you watch UFC?
No.
You know it's free on there. Like,
I just don't. It's not. I'm not a huge UFC guy.
You don't want to see somebody get knocked out?
It's fine. People enjoy it.
You want to see that?
No, that's slap fighting.
What was that noise? Like, I see what you're doing, but if you're just listening, Tyvis is trying to snore, I think is what that you may need to talk to the CPAP people.
I already did that.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Good.
I got to wear the little thing on my finger to see my
oxygen levels.
Yeah. And I got to do that.
You'll make sure you do, because it's T-Bone here for getting it fixed. Dr. Mark Levy, shout out to that guy. He makes a device that can help you if you don't like a CPAP. I've talked about it for years. Good little plug there for them. Shout out to Dr. Mark Levy. Good stuff. All right, but I'm just saying, like, I have all those. I am now at a point where I want a DVD player and a DVD. Because then I can't go to the rack of DVDs, pull it out, and it goes, oh, the disc isn't here anymore. It's up in the bedroom now. You got to go find. Like, no, it's going to be there. It's not going to be leaving soon on Netflix or coming soon on Netflix, where they take movies that are 100 years old and they take them off and put them back on.
You could always, like, buy the movie, like,
digitally.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I could. And then
what movie would you like want to own?
Oh, you know what? The one I went and saw yesterday, I watched Ninja Turtles 2 in the theaters, and it was great. It's stupid. It's campy. It's silly. They're in, giant turtle bodysuits, but I loved it.
Allegedly, for a small fee.
Okay.
You can have access to anytime you want.
We know why you bought that. Okay, we're all aware.
You can get that too.
Riley Reid.
You know why you can see her and all her friends.
She's a porn star.
I've heard. I don't know anything about that.
Allegedly.
Do you allegedly get access to Netflix?
Allegedly. Yeah.
Here's the thing. Here's why I'm constantly canceling and resubscribing to Netflix.
Who does that?
Because
I only do that to Stars.
On a budget, baby. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
Stars is the only person I got this relationship with.
Here's why. Well, I used to be the person that was like, F it, we ball, ad free for everything. However much it costs, I hate ads.
Okay.
And
you tripping.
One day I decided, you know what? I'm giving them way too much extra money, especially Netflix. It's a lot more expensive to go from ad to ad free. First of all, no streaming service should have ads, but that's a totally different thing.
Yes, of course.
You're
I already
paying
paid
for something.
It.
Yes.
Now pay more to not have ads.
I wonder. I don't think I got ads on my Netflix.
But now also with Netflix, I don't remember what movie it was, but I tried to watch a movie and it basically said, hey, you need an upgraded version of Netflix to watch this.
Oh,
and now I'm pissed off.
Oh, no.
Really?
Yes, because now I'm like a almost day one Netflix subscriber. One of the first purchases I made as an 18-year-old was a Netflix subscription back when you could still get them to send you DVDs.
Yes, like the actual discs. That was a whole different.
Didn't Netflix buy Warner Brothers?
Did they? I don't remember.
Something.
They bought something to where, and then they're trying to make it to where like movies is only in theater for 16 days, and then they go to Netflix.
I'm down for that. No. You know what? This might sound disingenuous, but let the movie theaters die.
Whoa.
I do not care.
Common Man hates a movie theater. I go to the theater. Like I went yesterday when I had the day off. I went to go watch the Ninja Turtles in theater because 35 years ago, the last time I saw it in theaters, it was nice to go back and watch it on the big screen.
If you're someone listening and you own like a family theater, I hope you gain success in some other entrepreneurial opportunity, but I hope your movie theater business goes to hell.
Wow, jeez. I didn't know you hated it that much.
Yes.
Okay.
One of my favorite, I watched Wonder Woman. It came out Christmas 2020.
Yeah.
Straight to HBO Max. I was like, this is the life. I make my own popcorn. My own Twizzlers.
During COVID, all that stuff
in
was
my
going
own
straight.
comfy chair.
I mean, I admit, like they had me yesterday. I got popcorn, I got a drink, and I got a little Reese's Pieces.
$50.
It was $27
for just you.
What
for
movie,
just me.
What movie theater was this?
This was at the AMC at Easton. Like the big, just regular AMC, not like some bougie movie theater.
I got Cinemark. I got Cinemark.
Yeah, either way. I just tell
Cinemark, the movie free for me. And then you can actually use some of your credits.
I have points. I'm on the thing with the points. I never get anything free. I'm always like,
That's crazy.
Nope, I don't get anything here.
With Cinemark, you get you get 2 free movie tickets a month. And then you get, if you let them roll over, because I don't.
Yeah, you don't.
You get to use some of that towards the food.
Sounds like Tyvis has an endorsement that I didn't know about. Tyvis Powell here for Cinemark Movie Theaters.
The biggest questions in the NFL are answered right here. Welcome to the Huddle.
Sponsored by Advent. Go to adventknows.com because Advent knows when you breathe well, you live better.
Today's show is all about teasing things that almost don't happen, like the Huddle. But we're happening. We got it. We got off topic with movies.
It's a sponsor segment.
We're back. We're back, baby. All right. Huddle question number 1, Dylan.
All right. Gun your head right now. Who are the Browns drafting at 6?
Position
Tate.
Or player? I'm hoping Carnell Tate.
We could do either or. Whichever one you want to answer.
Wide receiver. I'm saying get a skill position guy that you need. Offensive line talent, you've already invested. You need to keep investing, but you have done nothing to get a wide receiver for whoever's playing quarterback. Get a game breaker, and Carnell Tate, I think, is that guy for me.
Carnell Tate.
Oh, okay.
I said it first.
That's the answer.
I didn't short
answer.
All right. Huddle question number 2.
How shocked were you that Travis Kelce signed a 3-year deal earlier this week?
I was guffawed that he did this because there is no way that man is playing 3 years. This is not happening.
But isn't it a deal where it's like, yes, it's a 3-year deal, but the first year's kind of all of it, and then everything
that's why I said
there's outs on everything
they did
after
that for like salary cap purposes.
Yeah.
There's no way that man paying 3 more years.
I could
as
not
bad as
imagine
he
that.
looked last year, no.
And there's no way that I would think the Chiefs would want him for 3 more years playing
if he
like
do that, he will get to where all veterans getting, and then we call that stealing. He out there stealing.
That's right. What does Matty Ice call that? The ski mask or something like that?
Ski mask?
Yeah, like he's robbing people.
He out there with a ski mask and a finger gun.
That's right. Huddle question number 3, Dylan.
How terrible will the NFL replacement refs be?
Oh, that's
as bad as they were when the Seattle Seahawks played the Green Bay Packers and they threw the Hail Mary.
Wasn't that the one where the one guy's got the
one saying touchdown,
the other one's going like this?
No, one saying touchdown, the other one saying touchback.
Oh, that's right.
It was hilarious.
It wasn't incomplete. It was touchback.
That was hilarious.
That picture is awesome. That is actually the type of picture that should be in every office. It's just to be like, look how dumb you can be when you're even like at the level of NFL ref. I know they were replacement refs, but it's like, remember, your day could be going bad. It's not going as bad as it was for these guys.
The thing that makes me laugh every time I see that play is Golden Tate, PI, offensive PI, I think it was Sam Shields. He pushed him straight to the ground. And I was like, good Lord. How did they miss that?
Yes, he did.
After that, because I'm pretty sure the regular refs were back the next week, if I remember it right.
I think you might be right.
Yeah, I feel like that was the one where... Because Gene Steratore was still an NFL rep at that point, and I feel like he was out there being like, well, folks, this is what you get. It was just like, shut up, Gene. You guys suck, too.
I just don't know
you guys are dumb as well.
How the NFL is even considering this based off of that.
Well, I don't understand how the NFL hasn't hired these guys to be full-time employees.
They don't make enough money.
What planet am I living on where the NFL is like, no, keep your job as a lawyer just on the weekends if you don't mind. Could you like skip out to Jacksonville and call, like a big, could determine a playoff spot game? Like, makes no sense. Why wouldn't you have pros that run your team? You don't have intramural brother for when it comes to your offensive and defensive coordinators. These guys are full-time employees.
This is incredible. This is this was clearly an interception. Like, I don't understand.
One of the worst botches when it came to that call. All right, I have a story. It is technically pay-per-view opening day. So I have a story of a baseball player who loves his former team and a baseball player who hates his former team. You'll hear about both next. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Looking at a 16-minute delay for friends in Marysville after a crash happening in that area. It's on 33 in that westbound direction at 36, so obviously expect some lane closures out there and some really slow speeds. As for that detour, get off 33 westbound and take Scotts Lawn Road instead. That will take you to Industrial Parkway. Take that westbound as you're heading towards downtown Marysville, get you towards East 5th Avenue. Then go State Route 38 in that northbound direction. Eventually get you back going towards that US 33 westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brina Albizu with your fan traffic.
Men, we all know how important sex is in a relationship, both for you and your partner. But erectile dysfunction ruins sex, which can often have serious impacts on your relationship as well. This is Jeff for Tri-State Men's Health. And if ED is a problem in your life, you understand the impacts it has on you and the one you love. But I'm here to tell you that ED is a treatable condition, and almost without exception, you can have really good sex again. At Tri-State Men's Health, we're experts in treating ED. We've treated tens of thousands of men with protocols that are effective in well over 90% of cases, which means if you're like most guys, good sex will be the norm. You could even last up to an hour or more and bring a level of intimacy for you and your partner that might just astound you both. It's time to have really good sex again, so call us. Just $99 gets you blood work, a medical consult, and if medically advised, a test dose. And if that test dose doesn't work in the office, your visit is free. Call 800-900-9654 or go to tristatemenshealth.com. We have 6 offices in the tri-state area to serve you.
Protect your home or business with Ramos Roofing. Trusted roofing, siding, and gutter solutions with free estimates and flexible financing. Call 614-761-7663 or visit RamosRoofingOhio.com today. Ramos Roofing. Reliable, local, built right.
Hey, Columbus, big news. For a limited time, get Uber One free for a full year so you can save on food and rides. That's a $96 value on us. Just use code Columbus. Get 1 year of $0 delivery fees, 10% off eligible food and grocery orders, and up to 6% Uber One credits on rides. Sign up for this limited time offer today using code Columbus and save big with Uber One. Offer valid through 3/31/26. Savings and $0 delivery fee on eligible orders and rides only. Fees and terms apply. See app for details.
Does your Ford need service? At the Capital Ford of Columbus Service Department, our factory-trained technicians use genuine Ford Motor Company parts to keep your vehicle built Ford tough. Get your vehicle serviced right the first time at Capital Ford of Columbus in Whitehall.
Forget the pot of gold. Save some green at all 4 Coghlan Kia locations. Get 0% plus no payments for 90 days on select new Kia Sorentos, Sportages, and Tellurides. Or buy a new 2026 Kia K4 for $279 a month. Visit CoglanKia.com.
Coghlan has the car for you.
0% APR available for 48 months on select in-stock units. 90-day deferred payments. 5 for $279 per month for 84 months at 5.99% APR with approved credit through Kia Finance. See dealer for details. Ends 3/31/26.
Aetna has been my lifesaver. Easy to understand, and if not, customer service is always there to help.
Those words from a real Aetna Medicare Advantage member speak to why U.S. News & World Report named us a best Medicare Advantage company. Because we show up with care management that ensures doctors work together on complicated conditions. We show up with the latest in online tools to make healthcare easier to use anytime. We show up for you because that's how healthier happens together. Member feedback has been edited for length and clarity.
Our teachers are really the ones on the front lines every day seeing the changing needs of our students. So when the teachers here in Bay Village recognized that there were ways that we could better support the needs of our students, our association worked collaboratively with district leadership to provide care coordinators, school psychologists, and additional counseling resources that have already positively impacted our students. My name is Margot Newman. I'm a proud member of the Bay Teachers Association because strong unions make strong public schools for our students.
Hi, the Scott Antique Markets are back again at the Ohio Expo Center, featuring hundreds of vendors with collectibles and merchandise from all over the world. The market is 1 weekend monthly, November through March. Build your family heirlooms. You can find everything that gets old. Just take I-71 to exit 111 to enjoy America's favorite treasure hunt. Visit thescottantiquemarket.com for more information. Come join us at the Ohio Expo Center for the Scott Antique Markets. It's huge. It's the Scott Antique Markets this weekend.
Join Rothman and Ice every Thursday at 2:30 for Gold Jacket Thursday.
Presented by the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
A new Hall of Famer joins the show every week, but not OJ because he's dead and probably a murderer. The Fan. Fan weather.
from the Logan AC and Heat Services Weather Center.
Overcast skies to start with temperatures in the upper 30s to low 40s. Then this afternoon, a nice mix of sun and clouds with highs in the mid-60s. For tonight, mostly cloudy overnight with our lows in the 50s. And then for Thursday, an isolated chance of showers and storms. Otherwise, partly sunny, warm and windy with highs in the mid to upper 70s. For The Fan, I'm meteorologist Meredith Garfalo with the 10 Weather Impact Forecast.
No hot takes, no dancing, plenty of stupid. Bishop and Friends.
Weekdays from 9 to noon.
The Fan, Ohio sports destination. Your home for football, food, and fun. You're listening to T-Bone and Tyvis.
Blue Jackets sit in a playoff position. We will talk very soon with the man who has helped make that happen. Don Wedell will join us. Should be executive of the year in my book, but Blue Jackets head man will join us. Their president of hockey ops GM at 8:30. We will talk to him as Jackets sit second in the Metro right now. They got a big win last night against Philadelphia, 3-2, and then a bunch of help from basically everybody else behind them or around them, losing and getting the help you need. So now the Jackets, with 11 games to play, control their playoff destiny. Not just like wild card playoff destiny. They control their destiny as far as being the team that gets home ice advantage in a playoff series. That is pretty awesome. So, yeah, good stuff. We will talk with Don Wedell about that coming up shortly. Are you excited for this opening day today, Tyvis? You
Baseball?
thrilled about it? Yeah, it's opening day and Netflix.
The only person that's excited about that is that dude behind the glass.
Well, his Yankees are playing. The Giants. 8 o'clock on Netflix, baby. Make it happen.
I've never attended an opening day game, but to me, it's just one of 162. Opening day is overrated.
Yeah. I saw that. Tomorrow is the what I would call opening day.
The whole rest of the league.
Yes, but the Reds will be, as they are, one of the teams that hosts on opening day, as they should be. They are hosting the Red Sox. All, good traditional matchup there. Reds, Red Sox, as you do. Little interleague to start the year off. This is where we are in baseball now. Anyway, I saw this about Joey Votto. Did you see what he did for the Reds?
I did not.
He gave them a gift. He installed. He had a custom built Verdin street clock made. The Verdin company is from Cincinnati. Mm-hmm. They make these type of things, and this is it's a clock that's on like a pedestal, and then at the top it has 4 different faces, each of which, so any direction you're coming up to it, you can see the time on it, and it's all decked out in bright red. It's got the official colors of the Reds, the logos of it. Anyway, they have a bunch of detail on this. He did a little video talking about it. It's a very cool thing if you're a Reds fan to see all the thought that went into this from one of your iconic players.
But he gave it to the Reds player?
To the team to put out in front of the stadium.
Oh.
So now when you walk up, you'll be able to stand there next to, you could say to someone, hey, why don't we meet by Joey Votto's clock? That would be a thing you could say. Or you could it'll be one of the landmark things around the stadium as you're walking up to Great American Ballpark. And I just think that's very cool that, for all the time he was with the organization, he said he wanted to give something back so that, even though he's no longer playing for the team, he wants to be a part of opening day and he wants to be a part of, Reds fans going forward. He wanted to give back to the organization. I think that's a really classy gesture by him.
Yeah, good for him. I like that. Look at that.
Yeah, it has 4 36-inch dials. It's located on Crosley Terrace, just outside the main ballpark entrance. And it even has a chime in it that will play, Take Me Out to the Ball Game. It can play a variety of other, songs that it kind of would evoke a baseball experience, I guess. Anyway, so they're all very proud of this, and it's very cool. It has a plaque at the bottom that says, "Thank you, Cincinnati," with his signature on it. So, yeah, Joey Votto, class act all the way around. Okay, so that's cool. That shows you a functional relationship between the Reds and a former player. They like each other, and that's good. Now, here's a team that has done nothing but cause problems for another former player of theirs. The White Sox and Frank Thomas, no likey.
Ain't he doing, what's the commercial he be advertising?
He does I don't know. It's
Nugenics.
Yeah, he takes the pills or whatever. She'll like it too, all that stuff. Yes.
He shows up in your bathroom and is like, hey, I like taking this stuff. You should take it too.
Hey, man, that's whatever. Let him live.
Total T.
Whatever. Let him live. Hall of Famer has filed a lawsuit against the Chicago White Sox. And He's also filed that lawsuit against Nike and Fanatics over what he alleges is unauthorized use of his likeness on uniforms. So last year, they put out their City Connect uniforms, the White Sox did, and one of the jerseys they sold was Frank Thomas, it said Thomas, number 35 on the back.
Okay.
He claims he never gave them permission to do that. Now, they said the team and the Players Association were not available for comment on this lawsuit. He has filed the lawsuit in Cook County, Illinois, and is seeking payment in excess of $50,000. He demands a jury trial. It's all, I'm sure, the legal process of this. Anyway, the point here is that usually the Players Association, they handle stuff like this, right? Like former players get their stuff gets licensed. Mm-hmm. They get paid for it. It's an agreement you probably do a deal with. I'm sure you had to sign like NFLPA stuff, right?
Yeah.
Like when you signed up to be in the league.
Yep.
Similar stuff there with Major League Baseball's Players Association. They're a very strong union, obviously. But apparently, he claims he never signed off on this usage of his name by the team. It's not the first time he's been embroiled in litigation with them. He also had a situation where he sued not the team, but the team doctors, because he claimed that they didn't properly diagnose his broken foot, which caused him to miss more time and eventually get released by the White Sox. Mm-hmm. So he claimed that was a problem. He has also apparently had some friction with the team back when he was in 2002. He had a clause in his contract that said if he failed to finish in the top 10 in MVP balloting or win a Silver Slugger, the White Sox could cut his contract base salary from $10.125 million down to $250,000.
Who would agree to that?
Well, he still gets the money, but it would be deferred over 10 years without interest. The White Sox apparently, rather than just pay him, said, we're going to defer your salary for 10 years.
Oh, I know that didn't.
No, it didn't sit well at all. This is for a guy who was a legend. One of the greatest player in franchise history, arguably, right? I mean, he leads them in two-time AL MVP in the 90s and leads them in every pretty much offensive category, and that's how they treated him. So,
no.
That's no good, buddy. That's not going to fly.
No. You ever seen Buck with his pants down?
Yeah, that's the White Sox right there. An organization perpetually with their pants down, just looking like idiots. And I don't understand how you can't. Let's say that like back in the early 2000s when that deal was done, 20 plus years ago, where they cut his salary and changed all around all the money and stuff, he got deferred. Couldn't you, at some point in the last 20 years, have mended fences? A good organization would have. You know what I mean? A good organization would have said, hey, we cannot let this stand where the guy who is one of our like cornerstone franchise players, we cannot let him be someone who hates this organization. Let's work to make it better. And instead, he is now still in the year 2026 suing them and Nike and Fanatics over the use of his name, just his name on a jersey, because he doesn't want it to be associated, apparently. So it's that's a bad. Like Joey Votto's paying money to get a clock gifted to the team, working with the Reds to make that happen. And on the other end, so that's just what a classy organization the White Sox are.
That's Common Man's team play. The White Sox.
I know. I'm very familiar, and I'm sure he talked about it too.
Does this mean that Common Man is not classy?
What would that have to do with? I mean, he's not. But what would that have to do with anything? That's. To do with it. I mean, it's just because you root for a team doesn't make. I mean, what do we say about the Browns? You're a Browns fan. Are the Browns, whatever they are? I'm just saying, does that reflect on you as a person? No, you're just a fan of the team, good, bad, or otherwise. Their success is not necessarily related to your success, even though you technically work for them. So I guess it is a little bit. But yeah, it's not on him for that.
I'm just asking you.
I'm wondering what are the And maybe, I don't know, we don't have a list topic yet for tomorrow that I'm aware of. Maybe it could be like the worst organizations in sports, but I feel like we've already done worst owners in sports, so maybe that's too close to me. But the White Sox would be up there for worst organizations in all the sports. The way they handle their business, the way they deal with former players, all of that.
We kind of got into something at the end of the show yesterday when you weren't here.
Oh, what was that?
Pet movies.
Pet movies?
Yes, movies involving a pet. Top 5.
Airbud. Well, this happened because they were talking about Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound is, I was going to say, if we're talking
Tyvis is unaware of Homeward Bound.
Oh, you don't know about Homeward Bound?
Yeah, they talk about you'll cry if I see it. I said,
yeah, you would.
I'm gonna let you know something.
You need to watch it.
I'm gonna let you know something. I ain't cried in almost 21 years. There's no way in the world that I'm gonna watch a movie about a dog and cry.
You mean you listen to clips, The Birds Don't Sing, and you didn't even have one tear?
Man, no.
Over that song?
No.
You have two beautiful baby girls. A tear was not shed.
Either one of their births?
No.
Didn't have
When
a
they entered
tear
the
of
world?
joy?
No.
Okay. What about Little Tsunami?
No.
When he is your firstborn boy?
No.
No? Not going to be a tear?
No. Wow. For what
Because
reason?
of joy, sheer joy.
My wife just told me yesterday, as I was going to bed, her complaint to me was that I don't get excited about it.
Well, that's a hot take there. That's not the time to bring that up. I don't need to know anymore. I'm good. Thank you, Tyvis, for that.
You need links.
Stop playing audio randomly. Why does that happen all the time? Okay. All right. Let's back it down. You know what? We got to class this thing up because we're going to talk to hopefully the executive of the year. Maybe if he still wants to join us. Don Wedell will join us in 2 minutes from the Blue Jackets. They had a big win last night. We'll talk about it next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A lot of people on the roads right now, especially in our southeast corner. A live look at our traffic cam 33 westbound over by Gender Road. No surprise, getting a little bit slower this morning as a lot of people head downtown. Also for our friends on the north side, from Powell to Westerville, we are seeing delays and slowdowns on 23 and 315 and more of those southbound directions just as you're passing that 270 intersection. Keep that in mind. Be patient and just be slow on this Wednesday. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
This is Gordon Miller from Miller Lending, the original home of the no closing cost mortgage. With interest rates at their lowest level in 4 years, what's stopping you from taking advantage? Maybe it's the thousands of dollars in closing cost? Well, what if I told you that those costs aren't required and that you decide whether to sacrifice $15,000 to $20,000 of equity at closing or zero? At Miller Lending, we're all about zero and have been offering no-cost loans since 1987. With no title closing or origination fees, imagine having the freedom to refinance any time a lower rate becomes available or a need arises. Even 0.5% lower in rate results in savings of over $100,000 over the life of your loan. So why wait? No-cost loans are real and here to stay. Simply call Miller Lending and see why thousands of satisfied clients have made that choice to say goodbye to closing costs forever. 877-9-NO-COST. That's 877-9-NO-COST. Or simply apply online at nocostmortgage.com. Miller Lending is an equal housing lender and MLS number 250-2146.
Looking for a stable career you can count on in 2026? Don't miss Uline's warehouse hiring event this March in Etna. Backed by over 45 years of success, Uline offers job stability, training, and the chance to build a rewarding career. New warehouse team members earn $26 an hour or more, plus full health coverage and a 401k with 6% match, starting day one. Sign up for your warehouse interview on Thursday, March 26th in Etna at uline.jobs. That's uline.jobs.
The Big Nine was a sad, incomplete place. Enter Ohio State. The rest is history. The Buckeye Show.
Weeknights at 6.
The Fan. T-Bone and Tyvis present Talking Jackets. Talking Jackets.
There's a score! A turnover by the Islanders and Adam Fantilli. One more time. Puts it in the net.
Your look inside the world of the Columbus Blue Jackets.
Sponsored by Care Heating and Cooling. Call 1-800-COOLING. When you need a company you can trust.
Usually on Wednesdays, we get to talk to a player on the, we talked with Blue Jackets. But today we're joined by someone who's in charge of getting all those players and getting them right. Of course, he is head of hockey ops, general manager for your Columbus Blue Jackets. He is Don Wedell, joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Don, good morning, and what a place to be in. Second place in the Metro. Has to feel pretty good.
Yeah, good morning, guys. Thanks for having me. Yeah, these guys, there's no quit in their game. I'm just so proud of how our players have come together, and every night we give ourselves a chance to win. And when you get goaltending like you did from Jet last night, that makes it all go in the right direction.
I know one of the big focal points since you've been here is trying to improve on the defense. And, the last couple of games we were talking about it, they haven't given up more than 30 shots on goal in these past few games. How have they finally put it together? What have you seen differently?
Well, I think, you got to give Rick credit for changing our systems. Rick said it, and we all believe it. You can't score your way in the playoffs, but you can defend your way in the playoffs. And we're giving up more than a goal a game now, and still scoring goals. So, I think it's we gave up a breakaway last night, which we've been really cutting back on the odd man rushes. So, defensively, it's players have really take ownership in this. They don't want to get scored on. They want to go out there and do the best job they can defensively, and good defense will lead to a real good offense. So I think bearing down, changing the system, and our D, which we really liked our D, and now our forwards are contributing, and it's working out as a very good team effort.
Well, you bring up Rick Bowness and just the change that's been there. I believe the record is 19-3-4 since he took over, and obviously you were responsible for making that change. I don't know. I'm not. You've forgotten more about hockey this morning than I'll ever know about it, but I have to ask this. As someone who's been around the game a long time, you and Rick both, have you ever seen a turnaround like this mid-season from a coaching change to that type of record?
Yeah, no. We all see, we've seen we all call it the coach bump when there's a change, and it happens. It usually lasts for 3 or 4 or 5 games. And, Rick came in here, and he's a great communicator. He's a great leader for our players. His communication, to me, we always talk about our hockey players, but you got to remember they're people, and people need communication. They need to be told when things are going good and when things aren't going so well. So I think Rick's communication with our group and his leadership behind the bench has been a big reason for that success.
Don, you made 2 in-season acquisitions, Mason Marchment and Connor Garland. Both guys came in, and right off the bat, those guys contributed in the scoring. How did you know, that those guys would be perfect for the Jackets?
Well, first, we have a great scouting staff and management staff that, we get together and talk about players. Both players' case, I've known both of them for a long time. Mason, I tried to sign 4 years ago when I was in Carolina, and I did a lot of research with him, and so I knew that he would add something to the season he was having in Seattle before we got him. I knew he was a much better player than that. So, and then, Connor is – you just watch this player every night. He gives you everything he's got. He's not a big guy, but that doesn't prohibit him from being effective. And, we watched him last year at the World Championships and with the USA. He played with Zach Werenski there, and Zach had nothing but great things to say about him. And, he's always been able to come up with the puck when you think he has no chance because he's playing against somebody 6'5". So, both guys, great character guys. This is very important for our locker room. When you're going to make changes, you want to make sure you bring in good people. And in both these cases, both these guys are good people.
President of Hockey Operations, General Manager of your Columbus Blue Jackets, Don Wedell, joining us in the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jackets back in action tomorrow night against Montreal. So let me ask this question. Obviously, it's been kind of playoff mode in some sort of way since January when the change was made. If there was ever going to be a chance this team would get back to the playoffs when Rick Bowness took over, it had to be kind of this pace, and now that pace has to be kept up. At what point organizationally did you or do you shift as you're telling these players and as they're getting the message from Bones and the coaching staff? When did they kind of get the message of all right, we need to start focusing in on what this looks like, maybe playing for another, month, hopefully, right? Or longer. Is there a mentality shift that goes on in this type of year where it looks like now you might be making the playoffs? Or does that message never change because it's just go out there every night and do your job?
Yeah, I think the message right now never changes. We never talk about what's ahead of us. We talk about the next game. Last night we all met and it was all about the focus it was on. It wasn't about where we were in the standings. It was about how we're going to beat Montreal on Thursday night. And I think at this point of the year, we're playing 17 games in the month of March. You got to stay focused on the next game. You can't look out too far. we've got to make sure that, every night points are important. And so we've been taking the mentality of you ask some of our guys, they don't even know who we play on the weekend. They know we play Montreal next, and then when we get through with Montreal, then we'll move on to Saturday night. So I think that's the mentality of our team right now, and I think it's important that we stay that way through the rest of this regular season.
Don, I want to ask you about the goaltending situation. Obviously Jet and Elvis both have given you, some really good outings when they've been in net. When we get to the playoffs, will we continue to see the rotation of the two, or will there be just one?
Well, we'll talk about it for sure. But, there's a lot of hockey that when you get into playoffs, you're playing, every other night. So, you want to make sure you manage because we have belief in both guys. So, we'll see. It's ways off yet. But certainly, one goalie gets hot. I can see, trying to run with that. But we also feel very comfortable with both guys. So whichever guy gets the call, we know we're going to get their best effort from them.
I would be remiss if I didn't ask you. I mean, I know the Jack Adams Award is usually given to a coach who's coached the entire season. But, I mean, the candidacy for Rick Bowness to get that award, is there, I mean, when you talk to people in the hockey circles, obviously around the NHL, I mean, what kind of thoughts do they have on a legitimate chance of him winning that award?
Well, we've done a little research, and there's been two guys, Billy Barber, coached for 54 games one year and ended up winning the Jack Adams, and Bruce Boudreau, I think it was right around 60 games. So Rick will have a little less of that, but I think you got to look at, if I had voted it, certainly Rick would be at the top of my list, but unfortunately I don't. But you got to look at where we were and how he's taken his team, and obviously, the first goal is to get in the playoffs. Nobody's worried about the individual awards right now, but certainly I think he'll get some recognition if we can continue this way.
Don, just want to throw that out there. When playoffs come around, the Jackers are 2-0 when I'm in the building. Just want to throw that out, and do really well when I shoot the cannon before the game. Just want to throw that out there, just so you know.
Don, I just want to point out, you are fully within your rights to say, Tyvis, the website is called bluejackets.com. You can go buy a ticket just like anybody else.
Oh, I was going to say, he's taking credit. I think it's the other way around. He only made two games. If you're that hot, why aren't you at every game?
That's right. Yeah, hey, see, you're holding the team back.
Busy schedule. Busy schedule.
Oh, busy schedule, I see. Well, no one's got a busier schedule than Don Wedell right now, but thanks for the time this morning, Don. We appreciate it. We'll talk again soon, all right?
Yeah, always a pleasure with you guys. Have a great day. Thank you.
There you go. You as well. That is Don Wedell joining us on the Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems fan guest hotline. Jackets remain red hot, and you'll love to see it. This time of March is, I always say, when you start going to Nationwide for evening games and you can still see the sun shining in, that's a time where I want the Jackets to be playing meaningful hockey. With the time change and now it's sun setting later, you get those early evenings out at Nationwide on the plaza, and that's a fun time. In playoff hockey, that's what you get. We're in that, you're not done, but you're in that spot now. When you go to games, you're going to see that where it's hey, it's still light outside. And in here, it's still rocking. It's not, we're not playing out a string. We're not figuring out who's going to be the number one overall pick. We're actually watching meaningful hockey games. That's beautiful.
The parties on the plaza during the Lightning series in 2019.
Right.
What a time to be alive.
Exactly right. We need that again. The city needs that. The organization needs that. We as fans deserve it. Hopefully they get it, and they are obviously in a great spot to do so right now. All right, we'll hit the buzzer coming up next. T-Bone and Tyvis on the Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
Slower speeds still noticeable as you're heading towards Marysville this morning. That's because of a crash on 33 in that westbound direction at 36. We've been watching it for the past 2 hours or so. Expect some lane closures still this morning, 7 miles per hour for your speeds. As for that alternate route, that workaround, definitely take this for your Wednesday commute. Get off 33 westbound and take Scotts Lawn Road instead to Industrial Parkway westbound, heading towards the downtown Marysville area, East 5th Avenue to State Route 38 northbound, then back on 33 in that westbound direction. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with your fan traffic.
Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Tired of snoring? Dr. Mark Levy can help with a custom mouthpiece that opens your airway and stops the snoring. No mask, no noise. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or visit sleepbettercolumbus.com today. Stop snoring. Sleep better. Live better. Hey, what's up? It's T-Bone. Let me ask you something. When's the last time a contractor did exactly what they said they would? On time, on budget, didn't give you any surprises at the end. With Baths R Us, there are no surprises. These folks started in Ohio and grew by word of mouth because they do it right the first time. On time, on budget. And here's the difference with Baths R Us. They have local crews, never subcontracted. The people who show up to your door, they're trained Baths R Us employees. They aren't just some random crew that got hired last week and has no idea what they're doing in your home. Whether you need a safer bathroom to stay independent or you just want a space you're proud of, Baths R Us builds it to last. That's Baths R Us. Call today and see what it's like to work with people who actually keep their promises. 380-225-BATH. That's to call Baths R Us and deal with a company that started right here in Ohio and grew by word of mouth. Because they treat people right. They do what they say they're going to do. 380-225-BATH to call Baths R Us. Baths R Us. Bathrooms you can trust. Call now.
Remember your first football game? The sound of the crowd, the smell of the grill, the moment you fell in love with the game. This spring break, pass that moment on. At the Pro Football Hall of Fame in Canton, families walk through the greatest moments in football history and create new memories of their own. See the legends, experience the history, share the game you love. Make the Hall of Fame part of your spring break road trip. Plan your visit today at ProFootballHof.com.
Hey Central Ohio, it's Andrew from Home Team Solutions, and yes, we buy houses for cash the easy way. We've been buying houses for over 20 years and we've seen it all. Whether you've inherited a property, you're behind on payments, the house needs work, or just want to avoid the hassle of listing, we've got you covered. No repairs, no clean out, no stress, just a fair cash offer and you pick the closing date. We've helped hundreds of homeowners sell fast and hassle-free, and we're proud to have 5-star reviews all across Central Ohio and an A+ rating with the BBB. If you're ready to sell your house the easy way, call Home Team Solutions at 614-962-SELL. That's 614-962-7355, or visit us online at selltohometeam.com. Home Team Solutions, local, trusted, and family-owned. Again, that's 614-962-SELL. 614-962-7355 or selltohometeam.com.
Hey, it's T-Bone again. Listen up. Sleep apnea doesn't have to rule your nights. Dr. Mark Levy's been treating snoring and sleep apnea for over 15 years with proven results. And now he has an office in Marysville. Call 1-800-MORE-SLEEP or go to sleepbettercolumbus.com. Stop snoring, sleep better, live better.
It's never a bad time to fire up the grill. At Billiards Plus, the grilling season never ends. While you're grill shopping, you'll love browsing Central Ohio's largest selection of pool tables, game furniture, and shuffleboard. Family owned and operated. Billiards Plus on Dublin Center Drive in Dublin.
A noisy garage door is a cry for help. Hi, I'm Tommy Mello, owner of Don's Garage Door Service. Most repairs are simple, but if left untreated, they can turn into costly repairs. Your garage door works hard every day, and a little maintenance goes a long way. We fix garage doors fast with quality parts designed to last a lifetime. Over 90,000 5-star reviews don't happen by accident. They happen by putting people first. Fixing your garage doors is what we do. From repairs to upgrades, call Don's Garage Door Service today.
Confused as to what to do after an accident? Or perhaps your insurance company is making the repair process difficult to navigate? Call us at Capital Ford Collision Center, where we fix all makes and models. We will work with your insurance company so you don't have to. Visit CapitalFordColumbus.com today.
All your favorite fan shows are on YouTube, along with those fake YouTube ads like Chew This Gum and It Grows New Teeth. Experience the splendor of Bo sitting in his closet, Timmy Hall's gouty gold chains, and Matty Ice wearing a coat in 90-degree weather. It's all there. Head to YouTube and subscribe today. All your favorite fan shows are available when you want them.
Head to 971thefan.com and hit that subscribe button.
The Fan, Ohio's sports destination. Remember the time producer Dylan said that Alabama should be in the playoffs and that Tyvis started yelling at him? Yeah, those were good times. And remember later that day when Tyvis punched him in the face? Oh, classic stuff. Here's T-Bone and Tyvis.
All right, if your garage floor has stains, cracks, or bad epoxy, makes your entire garage look bad, you don't have to settle for that. You can call my friends at Comer and Cross Concrete Floor Coatings. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. They can install a gleaming new Comer and Cross garage floor in just a day. Guaranteed your garage floor will never chip, crack, or show tire lift like epoxy or paint. And if you have one of those bad epoxy jobs, you think you can't get it fixed, Comer and Cross can help you out. They will remove everything from your garage, put down that gleaming new floor in one day. all pros, no subcontractor showing up to your house. All of that from Comer and Cross when you call them 1-800-NEW-FLOOR to get your estimate now. That's 1-800-NEW-FLOOR, or go to comercross.com. COMER cross.com. Get your garage fixed. 1-800-NEW-FLOOR. Call them today. Joshua Perry joining us in studio as you are continuing to fill in for Bo Bishop.
Yes.
As he is traveling spring break, right? I think is what they're doing.
Wasn't he supposed to go to like Hawaii and he was canceled?
Yes. Tough time to be traveling, by the way. I don't know if anybody saw the videos of the lines at CMH.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's not. I have clear.
Oh, I do too. I'm a professional
I'd have been
traveler.
walking past them like.
Sure, that makes you real popular when you walk by all the people who are standing in line and they're like, "Oh my gosh!"
I'll be like, "Man, this is tough."
Yeah, I wonder, like, if you go now to get clear, are they getting backlogged because so many people
sign up right at the airport?
Oh, you can?
Yes. Now, I'm not exactly sure what their bandwidth is for that right now.
Right.
But they have a kiosk right outside of the security lines where you can sign up for clear on the spot.
Hang on. Isn't the whole point of the clear thing to be able to be like, yeah, we're making sure that we've got, like, the background check, we know who's coming through, because when you go through the security line, they're obviously... You're putting all your stuff has got to be looked at. We got to double check, triple check to keep us safe. But if I go to a kiosk and hit a few buttons, then it's just like, oh, yeah, never mind. We're good.
So clear basically is a shorter line and you don't have to show your ID.
Okay.
But they scan your face.
Yeah, they scan your
okay.
face.
So we're still getting, that's good.
Which, by the way.
Thank God Big Brother's still alive. I don't want to.
I do.
And
too. I think clear is actually overrated at this point because it's so accessible because you can sign up right at the airport. The clear lines, when I'm flying, like if I'm flying out of LaGuardia, typically are longer than the regular pre-check lines. So I just go there to pre-check, get my little ID, and I'm good.
I definitely do the same thing. When I'm flying for the Big Ten, it's always which line is the shorter? Because if the clear line is rocking, I'm going to just go ahead and go pre-check.
See, I haven't done any of that, but I don't travel enough. We got kids, we got stuff going on. Yeah. We were literally trying to plan out summer vacation, still not done because everybody's like, well, this summer workshop for this kid, they can't miss that. Tryouts for this thing or this week, can't miss that. So we got like 1 week in July. And then someone else is having a baby. We got to work around his whole schedule. So that's
how dare he?
Baby.
How dare he?
To Joshua?
Josh has been pushing his
baby to Joshua.
It first started
has to start with a T.
Hold on, no.
Yeah.
It first started with my firstborn. And
they said, we need a girl's name that starts with an L. And I said, well, what about La Joshuette?
So he's been pushing this narrative for 6 years now. Trying to get us to this.
All right.
But yeah, when it was his time to name his kids, none of them is Joshua or Joshuette.
My wife wouldn't let me do Joshua Jr. My wife doesn't like my name. Which is crazy because I think it's a great classic name. Yeah. So I'm trying to pass it on in the Powell lineage.
Yeah, that's right.
But he's not accepting.
Joshua, very biblical.
That's right.
Yeah. To Joshua.
To Joshua, you know what? It's no tsunami, but I think if you get a no on tsunami, then I guess to Joshua could work.
He said, call him TJ.
Call him TJ.
I like that. That's good.
Are you insane?
TJ Powell is like an all-American.
That's what I said.
TJ Powell. TJ, who is it? TJ Husmanzada?
TJ Powell would be like, I'm ready for that guy. Yeah,
that's a great.
If it's going to TJ on a resume, if they're going to call him TJ, then that means that they'll say, "Oh, that's Tyvis Jr."
Which is fine too.
Now, I think people should know when baby time comes, we're still a ways away from that.
We are a couple months out.
The real Joshua, not to Joshua. Joshua will be joining us most of the time, right? I think that he's gone, if not all the time.
Yes.
So, yeah, so that's good. I'm saying we have a plan in place.
Nice knowing you, Tyvis.
Go back. Fish is gonna be like, yeah. Let me step in my office. If I come back on that first day, and Fish is already here when I get here,
you guys are the worst.
He gonna be like, let me talk to you in the office. I'm like, oh, man.
It's pay-per-view opening day of Major League Baseball. We're going to send you some articles about a man named Wally Pipp. Had some guy named Lou Gehrig, I believe, who came up, when he got injured, this guy Lou Gehrig stepped in and then I think he had the title of Iron Lou Gehrig, I believe, at one point.
Joshua, today is pro day at OSU.
Yes.
Somebody in the chat asked me if I could give them advice, what would it be? I'm going to ask you the same thing. What would you tell these guys that's going through pro day? What advice would you give them?
It's probably too late. But my advice would be don't let these teams try to invite you to dinner the night before and then have you do a meeting before the workout and try to schedule a meeting after the workout. Tell them to buzz off. And if they want to do some extra, you've got plenty of time in the month that's remaining to do some extra. But for pro
fly
day,
me out, right.
I want to be in a spot where I can be at my best athletically. You guys monopolized my time at the combine already. That was fair enough. And we've got enough time where we can get our schedules to coordinate, where we can do all the other stuff.
Now, let me play the like fat, overweight GM who's now like sitting there going like, yeah, but what if I do all that because I want to find out when you have a day that's not optimal, can you still perform even with, now I'm saying like, well, you've been sick, you've had some injuries, now you got to go out, it's a playoff game, we need you. Are you going to be able to fight through whatever adversity? So if that's a lobster dinner that's on your stomach and a couple of meetings, like maybe this is the adversity I want to find out about you.
At the combine, when you woke me up at 4 a.m. so I could pee in a cup.
See? All right. That's a good answer. So, this is good. See, this is good. I like learning the process.
We already know this.
And also, if I were a GM of an NFL team, I would be terrible because I would probably not have any. All I would do is pass the buck to other people, and then if they were successful, I would say, yeah, that's because I picked them. If they did, I'd be like, yeah, they sucked. I need to fire them so I can have
probably about 10 guys. GMs doing that right now.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I think you would fit right on in.
That's fair enough. What do you guys have coming up on the show today?
So there's been a lot of debates about quarterback one, and there have been some clips and content that have come out of people defending quarterback one, maybe some people saying he shouldn't be. We're going to talk about that. We're also going to talk about the Blue Jackets. I know you guys had some great conversations about that this morning, so very excited.
All right, there you go. Bishop and Friends, 9 to noon, right here on The Fan.
Shove it down your throat.
It's time for the buzzer.
Sponsored by Logan AC and Heat Services. Don't go through another air conditioner breakdown. For fast, friendly service, call the experts at Logan Services now for a free estimate and next day air installation.
All right, this summer in the United States, Canada, and Mexico, it is the summer of FIFA. World Cup is upon us. And if you don't know about FIFA's advertising principles, when they come into your country and say we're doing the World Cup, they have a requirement of all the stadiums. They scrub all the advertisements off the buildings because they have their own sponsors. Those sponsors have paid primo bucks to be the exclusive whatever of the FIFA World Cup. So, for example, when they come to like SoFi Stadium, it ain't going to be called SoFi Stadium. It's going to be it's going to be LA Stadium. Yeah. They will not call it MetLife. They'll call it New York, New Jersey Stadium where they play the final. And you're supposed to remove that signage. So all these stadiums are trying to scramble to cover it up or remove the logos of their regular stadium sponsors for during the World Cup. The one stadium that's got an exemption is the Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta because they have that weird closing roof with all the little panels.
Yeah.
They have the Mercedes-Benz logo on that. And they say if they tried to remove that, it would damage the structures. So that's the only one so far that hasn't had to change. But just get ready for that to happen this year when you hear them. They will talk about it like the LA Stadium, the New York, New Jersey Stadium, the Seattle Stadium, where they're going to play some games. Not going to be whatever those sponsors are. Those are gone. So.
They call it Lumen Field?
Yeah, not this year. They don't. Not this summer. So that's the power of FIFA right there. All right, have a great rest of your Wednesday. We'll be back tomorrow. Bishop and Friends are next. We'll see you tomorrow. T-Bone and Tyvis on The Fan.
Fan traffic.
From the Atlas Butler Plumbing Services Traffic Center.
A new crash reported as you're heading downtown. It's on that 70 westbound direction, just passing Kelton Avenue out there. That left lane is currently blocked, and it is causing some slowdowns. 20s are your miles per hour out there, and looking at traffic really backed up, passing 70 and 33 closer towards that southeast corner of our downtown area. We also have a disabled vehicle. We're still watching for you on the north side of Columbus by Westerville, 71 southbound at 270 westbound. That right shoulder is still blocked. I'm 10 TV's Brianna Albizu with